Whoa, welcome to another thrilling edition of PremierTwo. My name is Peter, and thank you for joining me on a hot and steamy night in Tokyo, Japan. I barely got this to work, just in the nick of time. Hope you guys are doing good today. Look good, feel good, play good, pay good, all that good sense. Thank you, Rackmaster and Highwind 20013 for the resubs. What up, Demented? You're a man. I'm 40. That's right. I got a sound bite just for you.
I'm a man. I'm 40.
No new mic. No new mic. It's the same old mic, the same old shit. What happened was that I got the Rodecaster 2 had another update, and I did that predictably right before I went live. And then I thought, oh, shit, I should have checked it, but it reset all of my settings in OBS. It's a new Pete. It's a new time zone, but it looks like I got it to work just in time. Just glad I'm slowly recovering from whatever virus I caught from Rotterdam. Yeah, that can be what's called the conflu. Or you were within 150 meters of any of the moderators of this channel. Both cause violent illness. I don't know which one it was. You sound a lot higher energy today. What are you talking about? I always sound high energy. It's just that I'm sick. And it's like talking through a filter. I had the same energy, but I was just ill. Pete, don't blame update. It was you breaking things again. No, that's crazy. I never break stuff. That's crazy. I don't break shit, dude. I'm undefeated. Undefeated. I never break stuff. That could be true though. So today we've got some. I wasn't fiddling. I hate that nickname. Stop calling me the fiddler. I hate Ian for suggesting that. I ain't a fiddler. That sounds like criminal behavior. That, like, on my tombstone, I don't want it to say, "Here lies the fiddler. Boy, did he love fiddling." That sounds so bad. That's what a fiddler would say. The tinkerer is much better. Or the thinker. That's fine, too. He fiddled too hard. Fiddler 2, we are looking for a rebrand. You know, we're thinking about a new Twitch name. Maybe Fiddler 2 or Premier Fiddler. Pete, you should know if you protest it, it'll stick. Stop calling me Super Sexy Gaming Wizard. That's ridiculous. Stop every time I go live. Stop saying, it's Crazy Peter, the Gaming Wizard. Why do you do that? Why is it every time I show up, you guys say, that's funny, Mr. Sexy? It's weird. I'm married and I'm taken. Grandmaster RNG, maybe that was your reply to what you think is a joke that's coming out of my mouth. Okay. So here's what we're going to do today. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs, brother. Thank you for starting this hype train off. We got the white sweater on today. It's, it's kind of nice. What's MBK?
Thank you.
What's up, MBK? No, who is MBK? Why is MBK? So today we're going to be doing 2 games at least, maybe 3. Are you going to be playing Buckshot Roulette with Rob? Sure. Am I invited? I don't even know how to play it. I don't even have it installed. I'm down. Oh, wow, Pete, the God Gamer is live. My night just got better. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Tommy. Thank you, Tommy TK82. It's a drinking game. Oh, banging. Let's do it. Buckshot Roulette. Bringing in the hype. Good for you guys. All right, so we're going to be playing a sponsored segment today. And this game kind of came out of nowhere, out of my radar, but I'd seen it on one of the directs or a trailer or somebody had recommended it to me. And then like less than a week later, it manifested that they're like, do you want to try this as a sponsorship? And I was like, yes. It's called Rue Valley. And but for that, let me hear what Fruit Salad has to say.
Yes, my favorite streamer, Peter Diddler-Pog.
No. No. I am not going Peter Diddler. That's actually criminal. That's whoa. That's a bannable offense. I'm going to have the mods strike that one down immediately. I'm not having freak offs or whatever. There's no diddling. None of that. PETA is also banned because of Alex Shapiro. When he was drunk and joined my stream at PremierTwo, he kept calling me pedo. like a friendly, he was drunk and he was like, what's up,
funny.
pedo? Like Pete-O. And I said, you've got to stop saying that. This is not going to work. And I had to like block 12 different variations of that spelling. And thank you very much, Taz Dingo. Appreciate you very much. So we have a lot of those, which are, fuck me,
funny.
let's do this. Malice also involved. Thank you. Penis. No, we're not going with that either. That's a mod suggestion. What about Petter? Petter is a legacy nickname. Miss Sang. So we're not going with any of that stuff. If I rebranded, I was thinking about potential nicknames. Unfortunately, the one I really wanted is taken. So I don't think I have any just like actual gaming handles. Valabar, Valamer. You know, like a lot of those are kind of like unappealing. I'm drinking. Wait, no. I am thinking of going back to college, Clown College to be exact. Do you think I have what it takes? You're a Twitch chatter. Yeah, in my eyes, you already have the makeup and the big red nose. Why don't you get the overlarge shoes and just waka? Yeah, you're already a clown, all right? You're going to be fine. You know, I went to clown school briefly. I enjoyed it a lot. It teaches you a lot of really useful skills like how to pratfall, how to do all these kind of visual and fun gags. There a lot of timing, a lot of physical movement. It's fun. So yeah, we learn from the best. You lead the most interesting life, Pete. I would disagree because today I did a whole lot of nothing. I went to the, oh man, I kept looking at this chair that I wanted to buy. What are your thoughts on women in provocative clothing? Nice first time chat. Honestly, I don't give a fuck. I'm thinking about what kind of provocative clothing can I wear? What do you guys think about me in provocative clothing? Do you think this looks too tight? Do you think this is too much? Am I showing too much skin right now? I might be too hot to handle. Have you seen my jeggings? Brother, give me a break. This heat right here. What happened to the music? There we go. Okay. It's not the first time I'm wearing bright colored clothes. No. And thank you for that hype train, boys. Well, don't start streaming in a mankini again. I'll bring it back if I have to. So, wait, there was, okay, wait, what was that? Oh yeah, this chair that I want to buy, I know it's a waste of money. But if I can get like 5 sponsorships in a row and I don't tell my wife about it, I think I'll just be like, there it is. It arrived. Funny. Who bought this? It must have been a gift. And I need to test it out.
My girlfriend bought some lingerie. She said it was for me, but she got upset when I put it on. I'll never understand women.
A classic mistake. You fell for one of the classic blunders. So here, it's the Eames chair. It is. It's that Eames chair. It's like $8,000. It's something ridiculous. It's like $6,000. But I'll tell you this. The Eames lounge chair from Herman Miller, I like, there's no way it's that good. There's just no way. There's no way. But I can tell you this. I can tell you that whatever the steel case leap cost, I think this chair was like $1,500. It was a lot. I bought this chair about 3 years ago. This is the single best thing I've ever purchased in my entire life. Ever. This chair is the best purchase I've ever made. Like, I used to have back pain from streaming all the time. And this steel case, whatever reason, use promo code RobCD if he still has it. It absolutely saved my back. It's the Steel Case Leap 2. I don't like, and I never used that shit for 38 years of my life. It's so comfortable. But I'll tell you what, I like that. This has been a game changer. But the Herman Miller Eames chair, it has two things going for it. One is it looks extremely cool. It looks amazing. It is 100% peat coated. Number two, I've heard it's one of the most comfortable chairs ever designed. I find that hard to believe. Part one, I agree with. Part one, I totally understand. Number two, I cannot believe it. I have to test it. There's just no way it can be that comfortable. But here's what I'm looking for. I wanted to get a I wanted to get a what's called a gliding rocking chair or a gliding recliner, and they're everywhere in America because we're all kind of fat. It's great. I love it. And the gliding recliner is supposed to be really kind of like good for having a baby, and you can like hold it and relax. But the Eames Herman Miller just kind of looks, it's like a maternity chair. It's kind of is like that. It's like for design. I mean, give me a whiskey straight and a cigar. Let me sit in my Herman Miller, and that would be peak. But I don't think we can pull it off. What's going on here? Does this like it? Okay. Using the baby as an excuse to get the chair. Absolutely. I'm not above using the baby to get the chair. So, but yeah, today I went to the coffee shop. I printed out like 20 of my what do you call it? Instamax Polaroid pictures so that I could put like a collection together of the Welsh trip, because I took a bunch with my Instamax. That was cool. And my coffee order, just a iced coffee, black. That's it. And I add, if it's not a great coffee place like Starbucks, I'll add like little 2 creams in there. If it's a really good coffee place, I just leave it as is, depending on the bean or whatever. You can do that at the coffee shop. I like to go to ones that have outdoor seating, and I was just fiddling. I was fiddling around. It's the Instamax or Instax or something like that, Evo Mini or something like that. And then I started doing a lot of different side work and getting things ready. I came home and I was like, time to build a chair. But Yuki was doing some sort of hula dancing. So I laid on the couch and fell asleep, and then it was time to go. So I'm just here to hang out and have fun. I'm here to hang out with you guys. I'm here to play some games tonight. I didn't get a terrible amount of... I did spend some money today, guys. I did. I spent some money on some new furniture, and I'm not afraid to admit it. Hey, Yuki. How you doing? We have a level 6 hype train. Do you want to say thank you? There you go. She said thank you. There you go. I already bought a 24-pack of... What happened? The door? No. She said the door's broken. We didn't tell Yuki about the Final Fantasy packs. Let me go check the door really quick. I don't believe that.
My wife hated the new expensive revolving chair that I bought, but then she sat on it. Eventually, she came around.
Very good. Very good. And thank you guys for that hype train. Appreciate that. Great joke. Great joke. Very good. So the thing I bought was some free weights, and I feel really bad about no, it wasn't broken. It was like, it's fine. I'm a little sad about, like, I got 12 kilo, 10 kilo, and 8, and I bought a pull-up bar that I hope can connect to my wall because Japan doesn't have doors like a normal domicile. And I'll be starting P90X3. Yeah. I've never done 3. I've done 1. I've done P90X, and I enjoyed it. I love Doc Horton. But it's time for me. It's like 30 minutes a day. How long will that last? I might not even start it. I might not even begin. I like buying the stuff. So you sure it can support you? Says up to 150 kilograms. So yes, I presume it can, but I don't know. But I'm on that grind set, man. I mean, like, I just want to give it a go. How long will the wall last? Hopefully longer than me, you know? But there's also DDP yoga. I don't need DDP yoga. It's gonna last 15 minutes. Okay. How about some support? How about we say, good job, Pete. I'm excited for you to, exactly. Let's go, mate. Health is wealth. You got this, Pete. You need to start right now for the next cyclothon? Probably. I mean, I feel like what's my weight? I can tell you because my goal for PremierCon was 74.9. And I had plenty of time to reach that goal. I had like 5 months. And I ended up I gained weight during the Welsh trip to 85.8. 85.8 is where I'm currently, well, as opposed to like yesterday. So I was starting around, I think it was actually kind of, no, I wasn't 10 kilograms over. I kind of started at like 85 on my health journey. And then I did a lot of like walking and talking, and I did all this other stuff. And then I just never really, I got down to like 83. And then I settled on 10 days of Wales and TwitchCon, 85.8. So Gareth did a good job. How much is water weight? Mate, I'm still drunk from Wales. Like, I don't think I've even, and so the stuff arrives next Thursday. I haven't had a drink since I left, which has been amazing. I was sick as well, though. But like, oh man, my muscles do not weigh more than my fat. Like, I can tell you that right now. But I'm excited. What's up, Astro Jammer? How you doing, buddy? I'm excited I ate pretty healthy. I mean, kind of. I don't know. It was like, I didn't eat healthy on the trip, but I feel like I have all of the tools to put this all into place. But I do miss kind of working out. Like, I like exercise. I've had a shoulder injury for a year, and I'm hoping that I can fix that. So that's the big question mark. That's what I'm hoping for. Pete, you ate 5 families worth of chippy food for content. This isn't your fault. My God, that was insane. But yeah, I got to get the shoulder injury, so I got to do some physio for the AC joint. I got to do all this crazy stuff. Man, I gained 5 in Japan. I averaged 15 to 25K steps a day for 2 weeks. Eating good in the neighborhood. That's what we do over here. Wait until the bubba comes. You will lose weight for sure. They will keep you so busy you'll forget to eat. You know what? If I can combine that with streaming, which I usually don't eat during, I'll be all right. I had a shoulder injury as well. Some weight training fixed it right up. So that's what I'm hoping for. And P90X is fun. P90X, I enjoyed it. And I've heard that P90X3 is kind of the best for just general fitness. So I would like to get that long-awaited goal of like 72 kilograms. I would do anything. But that's 13 kilograms down. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's not a 1 month trick. That is a commitment for like 4 or 5 months. That's a long ass time. You know what I mean? Why not start cycling with Rob? Because he streams all day. I don't think it's a year. I think it's about 8 or 9 months. That's what I feel like. 8 or 9 months. Maybe 7. Because you can lose 2 kilos a month. If you're really, really strict, probably not healthy. 1.5 a month, that would be 1, that'd be 3, that would be 6. Oh, you're right. You're right. 9. No, you're right. That's like a year. If we're being very slow with it, 12, it's like 8 months. Yeah, I was right. 8 months. That's all right. Yeah, I usually gain and lose weight quite easily because of my herniated disc. I've been told by my doctor only to swim. Hey, swimming's great. If you count cows and stay focused on your goal, you will get there. Lost 15 kilos in about 6 months. That's all I need. There we go. Got it. You have a coach for P90X? Yeah, Doc Hort. He'll be right there on the video teaching what to do. It's a video program, so he'll be encouraging me just like he did for P90X. All right. So, I ordered that. I ordered a desk shelf that I need for all my bonus stuff. I got a rug, I got a rug for the baby. I told you guys about it. I got some. I guess that's everything I did. That's all of it. That's. I forgot to turn off the green screen too. Shit. Whoops. And other than that, I think we're in pretty good shape. Not like physically, but in general. When is the baby due? About 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks. Oh, I'm not ready. Just 9 more months. Just give me 9 more months. I'm not ready for the baby. I'm not ready for the baby yet. It's so close. It's so close. I'm not. Kupo was supposed to be like, we're going to tag team. He's like, you got this, brother. So he's going to be helping me from above. So he's going to have to bail me out. So I'll be asking him a lot of questions. So, you always ready for the baby. No, I'm not. I'm not ready. But all I have to do is build one little baby auto swinger. A little baby auto swinger. And then we're going to be good. So that's that. We already have the bed built. I'm waiting for the rug. And Yuki already has like 3 backpacks she's planned for when she goes into labor. And then all I got to do is just be dad. And I'm hopefully... Yuki will do the main stuff and she'll just kind of tell me what to do and I'll be like, I'll do it. And then she'll tell me I'm doing it wrong and then she'll just do it for me. So, whoa, what in the hell happened to someone's ass? That sounds like we got botted. But honestly, I can relate. Welcome to the Ass Prolapse Center. That was fun. Listen, I get it. I had a colonoscopy. Not because of that, though. But, boy, or maybe that's just extra viewers, man. What if I was view botting and I accidentally didn't read the fine print? And it was like, this view bot's the cheapest, but randomly it'll type, my ass is prolapsed.
What's worse, getting kicked in the balls or childbirth? Let's put it this way, no man ever asks to be kicked in the balls again.
True. I totally, but ask for my money back? Nah, I'm good. I didn't either one, so I'm good. There's surprisingly large overlap between Pete viewers and people with prolapsed anuses. I'm surprised, but hey, you know what? What's up, Pito-kun? How you doing? Merely one crab. But it's been an interesting day. I haven't seen a message like that in ever. That's like the first time we've seen that. Oh, what's up, Anonymous? Thank you. I mean, that's something a CS hack macker did. You have the cheat, but you randomly sometimes I don't even know what that means. Do you have a recommendation for first story game for someone who's never played one? Try a game called like Grim Fandango. Or, see, that's much better. You can keep those ones, Mifu. Those ones were, hey, wait, those said they loved me. We don't know who's real and who's not. All right, so it looks like they go from prolapse to anus to loving. So are you like 5 viewers and the rest are bots? I don't understand the idea of view botting because my understanding is, you look cool because you have a huge viewership, right? But my understanding is that those don't even count as viewers, like for money reasons, or is it just to boost yourself up on the visibility? I don't know. I feel like I cheated once in a game back in the day and I still feel guilt over it. That was like Diablo 2 back in the like 2003. And I still feel like I should have never run that Pindle bot. I should have never done it. It was just some Pindle bot where you have it fight Pindle skin for you over and over. But yeah, you know, what are we talking about? Nothing really. Watch this channel have 142K views tomorrow. You know what? If it was, we deserve it. We do. We deserve that. I think others are more likely to join when they see you have a lot of viewers. Okay. Well, I don't want them to. I don't want the Johnny come latelys. I want people who found this thing organically and were like, I want to be here, not because big number. Pete, I saw a video today that talked about how Akiba's changed from being an otaku mecca to a tourist spot. Have you noticed these changes, Earl? Whoever made that video, they might have stolen my content. I've only said that 1,000 times. I should make a real video on it, but I didn't, so I'm glad that they did. I've been saying that since like 2012. So I joined because you had viewers. I was surprised since I remember the video you were in with that Japanese Brit. Chris? Nakano Broadway is way better than Akiba. They're both tourists. They're both tourist traps. Or Yotaro maybe? I don't know Japanese. Yotaro could be it. So, Brits in Japan. I went to a Yaosobi concert yesterday, and I'm going today too. I don't even know what that is, man. It's Chris. Okay, I don't think he's Japanese. I think he's an Englishman in Japan. Kind of a different thing. So, the best place in Japan that is like honestly is the place that you're in right now if you're visiting or living here, unless you live where I live. It's an idol group. Okay, sweet. I did meet a guy when we were getting into our plane. Connor and I coming back from England to Japan like a week ago. There was this dude in front of us, and he was like, I don't know how we got to talking. You know, I was probably talking to him. And we were waiting in line to check in our luggage, and we were like, "Where are you from? You know, what brought you to England?" And then he was like in his 60s, and he unbuttoned his LL Bean shirt, and he pulled his shirt across like Superman, and he had a Baby Metal T-shirt. He was like, "I came to see Baby Metal concert," and he had been to England like 4 times to see them over the years. Massive fan. I was like, you know, I taught one of them like 1 or 2 English lessons when I was an English teacher. And then he was like, "Ugh." And I was like, yeah, casual flex. So it was cool. He was a mega fan. He was like all in. And that was cool. That was cool to see him travel all the way to the United Kingdom just to support his favorite kind of group. I did. It was great. Tadashi Gakko, I taught one of them too. That one I taught her for like the full year. I saw them live. They kind of slap. You went to a Baby Metal concert, Nathan? Weird. What else was I going to tell you guys? That's really it. I'm going to buy my Eames chair. I'm going to, do you have a mention in their song? Oh. I'm going to tell you something right now. The girl that I taught in Atarashi Gakko, she might remember me. Maybe. Like, if she saw me and I said, I taught you English at this school and this year, she might be like, oh, yeah. But let's be honest. Do you know how many people she must see a day? Do you know how many teachers she probably had? I don't think I was that memorable. I don't. Although I remember her, she was a very good student. And she was super, super talented. Like, absolutely. I was like, wow, you're really talented. Yeah, I made them. Yeah, she'll just sign something and send me away. I feel like she'd remember me. The problem is that during that time it was COVID, and I feel really bad because there's been a dozen occasions over the past 3 or 4 years where I've met somebody during those 2 years where we all had to wear masks all the time. And they're like, they'll be like, you taught me English at this place. Don't you remember me? And I'm like, no, because I don't recognize your face. If I was like, go like this and put your hand up lazily, I might be able to recognize you. But it's really tough. But I remember her because in that particular class, the final project was a play. They had to write a sequel to My Neighbor Totoro. And they were allowed to be in an auditorium kind of situation, so we didn't have to wear masks at that time. So I remember seeing everyone's faces from the Gaino class, which means entertainment course. So it was really tough. It was tough to put a face with the name, and that was tough. It was a cool project. I really am proud of my curriculum. I was a decent teacher during that time. Okay. All right, so today, what are we gonna do, boys? I think we're gonna start with the sponsored stream, which looks pretty banging. Pretty excited about it. Do you think you will ever be a teacher again? F me, I hope not. For God's sakes, subscribe, Ping Lehu. Please, prime up, gift subs, subscribe. Be a part of the YouTube. Follow the VODs channel. Check out my podcast when I get one. Just do anything to keep this train moving. Well, when the ViewBot subscription runs out, you'll be on the street. I know. I should have paid for the good one. You got a VODs channel? Yes. Leave it on background. Go to sleep to it. There you go. Go watch it. It's great. It's you ask too much. Podcast would be very interesting with you as the host. I ask a lot, but I give a lot. All right. You're already here, right? Guy doesn't come on the lot lest he wants to buy. Sign on the line that is dotted. Thank you, Samia. Good morning to you. Thank you, Cincy. I fell asleep watching a walk and talk and woke up to this.
Thank you.
How? So, there's a couple of things. Like, we're not going to play Expedition 33 tonight, but we are going to play it soon. It's going to be this week. Thank you. You got my reference. Thank you. It was from Glengarry Glen Ross. Oh, what up, Darwin Fireblade? Appreciate you pulling back for number 2, man. Welcome back. So, we're going to be doing Expedition 33 this week. I do want to carve out some time, probably tomorrow, to go see Ian.
Oh, that's funny.
Pidwa arigato gozaimasu. Thank you very much, big man. I want to play more Blueprints tonight. So we're going to start with Rue Valley, the sponsored game, and I'm going to do one more day of Blueprints. And I don't expect it to have as many viewers as yesterday, but I really loved Blueprints. And I want to do one more day with you guys because after that, like on my next day off.
This is a present from me to you.
Dude, Zarati, thank you so freaking much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Seriously, after I play Blueprints tonight for the second time, I think I'll be playing it a lot off stream. It's going to be one of the rare games where I play offline because I think it's really brilliant. And I actually don't want to finish it soon, right? I want to take my time with it. I want to really enjoy the game, and I hope I'm not good at it. Like, I think I was pretty good at the game yesterday. Ian said to me today, he was like, I hate you, but, surprisingly, you were better at the game than I anticipated. You certainly did better than I did the first time. And I think that game really
funny.
Brings me in. Varu! Legend! Thank you! Arigato! What's up, Pingle? Appreciate you coming back. So I want to explore more. I want to go to all the rooms. I want to screw up. I want it to be slow. I'm doing my part. So is Zarati again.
That's funny.
Thank you, guys. God damn. I'll be getting that Eames Herman Miller chair in no time. I also tried to say,
funny.
What's up, Samia? Back to back to back to back fives. I told Connor, I sent him a message. I said, hey, did I say Samia wrong? It says Samia. I just cut off the Lisamia. Samia.
That's funny.
I can't read. It's on small. You tit. Oh, Lisa. Mia. Okay, wait. I don't say everything wrong. Thank you, Diglet Smar.
Thank you.
Thank you. I can read. Thank you, Diglet. I can. It's my favorite Pokemon. Appreciate you. Hi there, Pete. Just wanted to say sorry for your loss. If you ever feel like you need some time off to grieve, don't be afraid to do so. We will support you always. Love from Sweden. Thank you. I think, it's tough. I still sleep with a Koopo plush.
100 subs?
Thank you, Bizanu. Did I read that right? Bizanu, thank you. Jesus Christ, Zanubi. You and I are down for 100 subs on Final Fantasy Tactics, huh? I will tell you guys this. I didn't want to post it on socials. Baby funds, buddy. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I'll finish my Connor story in a minute, but I also want to show you guys I showed this to Nathan today. I thought it was kind of sweet. I didn't want to post it on socials because I didn't want to make everything about Koopo. But this is the last photo. The last photo I took with my cat. Right before I left to get on the plane for Wales. And I think you guys are going to like it. I took it because I said, I'll see you when I get home. And obviously that's not the case, but it's a Polaroid photo of me in the Coopster. And I want you, this is the final picture I have of my baby. I love it. He blocked me. Even at the end, he used his little strength to punch me in the face, as he always did. And you know he loved it, because he never used his claws. That makes me so happy. So I have a very cool Polaroid of me and the cat right before I left. I'm very thankful. He blocked all the way. That's so sick. Like, I'm super happy about that.
That's funny.
Posh, thank you as well. Whether it's 1, 5, 110 or whatever, it's very, very... I didn't even remember taking it. Like, I didn't even remember taking it till I was printing off all of my pictures today. And I think it's a really fun photo. It's the best picture I could ask for. You got Connor, you've got the plushie, you've got my Parappa hat, you have a Westerns record, a Final Fantasy record. You got me looking happy. It's a lovely photo. One more boop for the road, giving me a good sign off. But it's a cool photo. I'm very happy about that. Okay, so yeah, he did pass. It was very sad, but you know, we're gonna miss him, but he's still a big part of the family. He's still a big part of like my day-to-day routine. I still ask him for good luck and stuff. What's up, B-ball? But I didn't want to post it again just to be like, I feel like it is, I do want to kind of move on a little bit socially, like on stuff. And I'll still honor them and stuff with pictures and anniversaries. They're here for such a short time, dude, but they touch us and they teach us to love. unconditionally. Couldn't have said it better myself. There's nothing I've loved in my life more than that cat. Maybe Mexican tacos. It's like a burrito or Koopo. They're very close. They're very, very close. My wife, look, I love Yuki. Yuki would agree. Because, look, the key word right there was unconditional love. There's definitely conditional love between Yuki and I. She would choose Koopo 100 times out of 100 over me. You know, Koopo ain't never argue with me. Koopo never got mad at me for standing while I eat. Koopo didn't care that I left a sweater on the floor. You know? Daps would be way up there too. But Daps sometimes has a fatal flaw. I sometimes get the omakase burrito, which is, what? Banana! Banana, welcome! Good to see your name in here. We miss you very much. We miss you very much. You're one of the best. I can't even find you on, I was going to send you some cool stuff, but that's okay. I got you a scarf. I got you a scarf, Banana. Please message me on Discord if you want. Anyway, but yes, we love our fur babies. We love them very much. They are the best. So, Daps is super conditional love. No money, no Daps. Actually, that's a good point. I forgot. They're like the founding principle of conditional love. It's transactional. Koopo was the best. But yes, our Void Kitty was the best. Hey, Pete, the Urinji Temple in Yamaguchi has a post box that is meant to send letters to deceased pets. Maybe just a good back of the mind thing for if you happen to be in the area. That's very interesting. I might have to send him a little letter here and there. But, okay. All right, gang. I think it's about time that we jump. I'm so sorry to come back to the news. I missed you all. I've been in the rough, but it's clear now. I understand. Probably not the best time for me to look at the camera and say it, but I will. You ever need anything, you just ask me. I'm here for you. You're a good friend. And if there's one thing I learned from this whole situation with Koopo is that there's never a moment that I would want to waste when friends are involved because it's precious. It's precious and it's fleeting, and appreciate you pulling through and coming in here and saying hello. So, unless it's Nathan, for sake, I tried to buy you away by giving you gifts at TwitchCon, and you're still here. I did say friend, by the way. So, watching Nathan try to, that guy confuses me. We had like a little moderator dinner that we didn't invite Mifu to on accident. Well, I mean, we did, but it was late. So that was unlucky. I am very nubby. Thank you very much. Mifu's the goat, though. So we're gonna make that up to Mifu when he comes to Japan. But when we got to this, it was called the beer in the barrel or something like that. And we asked the host, who was like our server, and they were like, I asked him like, hey, what do you recommend for like the beer? He's like, the blonde beer here is amazing. It's our locally crafted. And Ian doesn't drink. And Nathan was like, I'll have a Heineken. And I was like, don't worry about it, Nathan. I'll pick up the bill. It's on me. I will get something new. And he's like, no, I'm get the Heineken. And I was like, try an amber ale. He's like, I tried one of those blonde beers and it tastes like soap. And I was like, man, you have like 20 different choices and you're sticking with like the absolute vanilla flavor. It did taste like soap, but you didn't have their blonde ale. You had some garbage one. I know that Nate doesn't try new foods. I also don't beer shame me. You fucking highball lover. That's true. But like, it's true. But Nate, like Cleben and I got like the poo-poo platter. It was like the whole thing of like all the appetizers. And I could tell the minute it came out, Nathan was eyeing it carefully. I was like, he'll have none of this. He'll have literally 0% of this food. But I kept kind of pushing it towards him. And he was like that cat that's like shaking its head no as the emote. I don't know what the emote is, but he's that one. That one right there that Rezier did. He was just like, and then like I got him sweet potato fries and he kind of ate one. Anyway, it was super good. I got to go to that Wales 2-star Michelin place sometime in my life. I'll be honest, it was expensive. I didn't pay for it. I should be honest twice. But Gareth did an amazing job. You were trying to feed me like a fucking toddler. Quit acting like a baby and I'll stop treating you like one. All right? All right? Boom! All right. Wait. Does this even? Yeah. Okay. Yes, that's the place. Yan Shear. Is Ian more of a meat and potatoes type of guy? No, Ian will eat whatever's put in front of him. With the exception of cucumbers. And I'm still very, 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 very upset that he gave that Michelin star bite to Connor and not me. If you were asking, what is this banger? This one? This one right here? This is the theme of El Fuerte from Street Fighter 4. Quesadilla! Boom! Super dynamic cooking time! He was my main before Cody. So it was those two characters. El Fuerte, and Cody. I love that track. Okay. Have you ever had salt potatoes? Isn't that what all of them are? I feel like those are, if you did Lost in Space, I feel like that's every potato I eat. Okay, let me think. I think it's time for us to start. It's time for us to start the stream proper like. So we're going to jump into did you see Season 3 DLC for Street Fighter 6? Alex is back. Alex is my guy. I'm a big fan of him in Street Fighter 3. I beat Kleben's ass he beat me every time, but I like Alex a lot. So I love Alex. All right. In the 1900s, yes. In the year 2000. All right, so how you liking Blueprints? I went hard on that game, and I've missed almost every stream since it came out because of that game. Well, honestly, Rackmaster, you've been missed. I know you have a propensity to like the IRL streams. You have a lot of knowledge on IRL stuff. The last time I remember seeing you, we were walking through Nakameguro, I believe, at night. And we were talking about like video game stuff. That was the last time I saw you.
Thank you.
That was like a month ago. But I don't blame you, man. Game of War 91. Thank you very much for the sub. But I think it was, let me think. Blueprints, as you were saying. Awesome game. Absolutely a Pete title. Nakameguro was about a month ago. Yeah. Maybe not. Maybe like 3 weeks ago. Maybe. But I miss it, man. I already missed playing and there's only been like 12 hours. Okay. I'm going to do this. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go to the bathroom really quick. And then after I go to the bathroom, we're going to jump into the sponsored segment, which is Rue Valley. And I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to be pretty light work for me because I think it's like fully voice acted. So we just get to check out the experience. That's going to be awesome. And this game looks really damn good. And I love when you guys show up for sponsors. It means a lot to me. Seriously, thank you. I've been catching up the Walk and Talk VODs. I think I'm on episode 10. Okay, maybe it wasn't then. I know we talked about Japan while I was outside streaming one time. And you were giving me like your personal experiences here. I'm 92% sure of it. Why is Toasty out of stock? Don't get that twitchy thing because it's a special thing. All right, I'll be right back, guys. While I'm gone, enjoy the bathroom music of Parappa the Rapper and one of the worst photos of me ever taken.
I need to go just as bad as you. What I had this morning, I don't even wanna say to you. Kick, punch, turn, and chop the door. fall to the floor. Kick, punch, tongue, and chop the door. Or I would fall to the floor.
No way. I've been sitting in my car, yes, now for days. Did you check the toilets on the right? Did you check the toilets on the left? Did you check the toilets on the right? Did you check the toilets on the left? Okay, you win.
Ribbit, I can't hold it. Last toilet with me up, me already sold it. In the rain or in the snow, I got the funky flow, but now I really got to go. The toilet over there will bring you luck, so give up, I got no time to spare. In the rain or in the snow, I got the funky flow, but now I really got to go. The
Toilet over there will bring you luck, so give up. I got no time to spare. Me losing her. I'm out of here.
Walk the walk, even if you can't just talk the talk. I got a call. I am a chicken from the kitchen, and I ain't kidding, although nothing is written.
All right. Let me fix this up really quick.
Crack, break, fix the door, you know. I gotta go, so yes, open
Guys,
up, you know.
okay, here we go. Okay, we're back. We're so back. This is so freaking cool that we get to be like one of the first people to play this game. That's hype AF, in my opinion. I thought you made this song. I wish. But you know what song I did make? Okay, I didn't make it, but I'm a part of it. I'm barely. Okay, it's from Notorious Monster TV, but...
Fan gang. Are you ready?
Gets me hype.
Fan gang.
Let's go.
Quiet on the van gang bangers, the chatters who kept saying that the van gang's coming. There's no use in running from the van gang. Oh, it's Peter, Ian, and Paul. Got the pedal to the metal, gonna capture it all. Looks like the van gang's coming. The van gang's coming. Middle aged, slightly used, but the engines are running with the van gang. Wow, to your family and friends, hop in an unmarked van, let the adventure begin. Watch out for van gang.
Beep, beep.
Clothing your streets, got everybody on the block. Yeah, they're giving your best shot with the van gang, y'all. I'm a van gang ball. Revive with necromancy, made you a van gang brawl. If you a van gang banger, your journey's almost complete. Now take a long van ride with Paul, Ian, and Pete. They all the
Fan gang.
That's so good. That is so sick. I never get tired. I'm actually going to try to commission Notorious Monster to make a 2 minute and 40 second with like another verse with Nabi, you know, maybe mentioning the charity and Connor and Chris. Like, I want that to be like an actual full
I'm
track.
thirsty and could use a good suggestion. Any ideas, Pete?
No, I mean, you know, I'm just gonna. What is it? This thing that I always tell you guys to get. It's the all free, right? The all free 0% alcohol is easily the. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh.
Everyone dies eventually.
Everyone has a waifu. Get yours for 10% off using promo code PREMIER at checkout. One more.
Holy shilling. Holy shilling. That was a lot. Okay. All right. Let's get into this sponsored segment. Thank you all for being here. We're going to play this game called Rue Valley. I'm super stoked. Genuinely. I heard, well, you know what? I'm not even going to compare it. We're just going to test it out. We're just going to go. Pete, when he had a full head of hair, it's going, man. It's fading. No shame. You know what game? Okay, wait. Okay, so this is not even out yet. It has the wish list available. Ah! There's a demo on Steam, and the art style looks amazing. The demo is currently on Steam, and we're gonna take a look. You guys, if you want it, I highly recommend you wishlist it. Try the demo, try it out. But you know what? Let's just see how it plays first. Let's just see how it goes. Let's just see what we think. Let's just jump right in. New game. I do wonder if there's sound. If I have to do something. There it. Oh! EO! This is perfect. I get to create. And I went in this completely blind. I'm going to define my character personality. I have about 9 or 10 available points here. Let's see. Decisional. Am I impulsive or calculated? I am 100%. I'm reckless. Sure, sometimes you act a bit impulsive, or as you like to put it, you're quick. You know what? Let's go Gruff Boulay.
Sure, sometimes you act a little bit impulsive. Or, as you like to put it, you're quick. It saves you time and energy. Your behavior could barely be described as impulsive, but it's true you're not afraid to follow your gut. Being called quite impulsive is just another way of saying you're a doer, not a thinker. Yeah, definitely not a thinker. You are a very impulsive person, no question. Why make plans at all when you'll either change or abandon them mid-execution anyway? Uh-oh. You're so extremely heedless and restless, you probably won't finish. Let's check paranoid. You wouldn't really call yourself calculated, you just prefer to think before you act. Yeah, sometimes you're somewhat calculated, but what's wrong with finding patterns and recognizing connections? You know, you're pretty calculated, you're often overthinking stuff, and you're generally very cautious. You are very calculated. You have a plan and a backup plan, and when you'll keep reevaluating and upgrading both of them, even when it comes to trying to tie your shoelaces. They may call you too calculated, but what if they are only saying it to confuse you? What's in it for them? Better think it over.
All right, I think off the rip, I am somewhat reckless. I'm like this side. Your behavior could barely be described as impulsive, but it's true. You're not afraid to follow my gut. That's it, right? I'm not afraid to follow my gut. But I don't think I'm like... I would never describe myself as quick. What are the... Oh, wait. Oh! Oh, that's cool. You can put... You get a perk for impatient, maybe. Oh, cool. I would say I'm more reckless.
Quakes.
That's neat. So you can... I don't know what this does yet, but let's keep reckless. But I want the perk. All right, let's check if my social skills... I feel like one of these is going to be maxed. But I hate the thing that says nosy or arrogant. That is not how I consider my extroverted behavior. Or dramatic and guilt-ridden and unkind and flat. But let's see what it says.
You're neither introverted nor extroverted, and you feel equally fine completely alone as you do surrounded by a huge crowd of people. Being barely introverted, you're fine with socializing most of the time, but communication does leave you exhausted sometimes. As only a somewhat introverted person, you can endure being in the company of others, but you can't perfectly hide how you really feel about it. You're quite introverted, but you still enjoy being in crowds sometimes. Two could be considered a crowd, right? As a very introverted individual, you neither enjoy nor know how to communicate with others, especially strangers.
Not sure I'm going to be multi-streaming yet. I'm thinking about it, Forsberg, but no thoughts.
You're so extremely introverted that you'd rather avoid the company of others altogether if it was possible.
Which one are any of you guys? I feel like COVID knocked a lot of us to the introverted area. I do feel that way. I think YouTube might be where I multi-stream, though, just to answer you. Let's check the other side of Pete.
As being barely extroverted person, you have no problem with spending time alone, but sharing the highs and lows of life with someone else is always preferable. You're somewhat extroverted. You often actively seek ways to prolong conversation more than is strictly necessary.
Oh, God. That's crazy. I don't even know. No, I don't even want to see what's after this. I think I am extroverted then.
You think? Yeah, you're quite extroverted, but not to the extent that leaves people nonplussed. Plus, it's more of a plus. A +3 to be precise. Being a very extroverted person only means you're assertive and open, not pushy and vain. Am I right or am I right? As an extremely extroverted person, you seek others and their attention at all costs. Only with them and through them is your existence meaningful.
Okay, that is not me. I do not seek others just for their attention. I don't. That's actual narcissism. I would say I'm right here. I prolong conversation more than necessary. And I'm probably nosy. There's no way I'm all the way on the extroverted scale. Let me see mindful. All right.
You're aware of emotions and don't pretend they are not important, but you won't let them overwhelm you. You're not that sensitive, but you're not afraid of embracing emotions, both your own and those of other people. As a somewhat sensitive person, you easily empathize with others and are prone to surrender to your own emotions. Being a quite sensitive person, you see life as a struggle, especially when they tell you to just chill. Oh no. As a highly sensitive person, you recognize life for what it is, a constant roller coaster of joy and suffering. In your experience, mostly suffering. If I told you you're hypersensitive, you'd surely burst into tears, and for good reason. It's the most horrible curse, and there's no one to blame for it but yourself.
I'm probably this one. But let's check indifferent.
You're not that indifferent of a person, but you do find it easy to distance yourself from emotions. both yours and that of other people. Being a somewhat indifferent person means you realize that emotions exist, but you usually just ignore them. You're quite indifferent. You've been told that you act like you're divorced from any emotion, but you've never really thought of yourself as a cold or uncaring person. They say you're an awfully indifferent guy, but you couldn't care less. No need for acting or fake smiles. Or real smiles, for that matter. Being extremely indifferent means you're a stone surrounded by the chaos of the world's emotion. Nothing touches you.
Touches me, sweet Caroline. All right, I think we're gonna go with I'm not really a thinker. This sounds like way too many online job interview evaluations I've had where you have to grade yourself on a scale. Good practice. I think, actually, you know what? I would say I'm more, I'm quite extroverted. I think this is a good character balance. I'm somewhat reckless. I'm pretty nosy. And I'm dramatic and guilt-ridden. I mean, guilt-ridden's pretty tough. I think I would say highs and lows. 1 hour and we're still at the character creation, right? Yes. Hold to wake up. All right.
The frenetic sound of a century-old clock nudges you back to the present. The stale air perfectly complements the image of the old motel room.
Still with me, Mr. Harrell?
Traits. Your personality traits determine your... I think the camera position's okay. It just tells you my stats at the bottom. This art looks awesome, though. I have a total lack of motivation, but it just shows my stats right now. So I think this is the best place to have it. Okay, hold on a minute. Your personality traits determine your dialogue options. Some options will only be available if you have a certain trait, while others might be blocked by that same trait. Remember, traits are neither good nor bad. They are a crucial part of role-playing a character with a real personality.
And the whole point of this game, I read, is that you're in a time loop. So after we beat the demo, I guess it's scheduled to be like the first day, and then you go back and have to make different choices, which is so f***ing cool. Because everything else about this so far is like all Pete stuff, right? So I'm really excited to share this with you. All right, I understand. Look at that. I can tell him all these cool things. I can... Oh, wait. Still with us, Mr. Harrow? The doctor takes off his glasses, freeing his bushy eyebrows. Just nod. Yeah, you have my full attention. Lie? I'm terribly sorry. My mind wandered off. Could you repeat that, please? I sat through about 7,000 of these growing up with ADHD. So I really did choose the right character because they'd be like, "Are you listening, Mr. Peter?" or whatever. Sorry. I'm terribly sorry. My mind wandered off. Could you repeat that, please?
He smiles.
No worries, Mr. Harrow. I'm aware that you may be experiencing a slight lack of motivation right now.
Red ribbons on the character portrait show the status effects your character currently has. Status effects have a negative impact on your personality and dialogue options. Okay, so I am role-playing myself.
I have a total lack of motivation. Hold on, I want to see if I can turn it up. Can you guys hear okay? What's up, Carlton? Could you guys hear all right?
Thank you.
Okay. I'm going to turn it up on my side a little bit. I have everything as maxed as I can on the Borada Caridad. How you doing, buddy? That wasn't to me though. I don't know if I can turn it up. We can submit that as a demo note. Could be OBS. But we can say we want to hear the dialogue a little more. Okay. Continue.
You'd rather stay in bed all day instead of attending this farce they call therapy in the middle of nowhere.
And we'll surely be coming back to this condition of yours later during our sessions.
Your personality is represented in this part of the screen. It shows your personality axis that you define. You know what? Back to. I feel like we're gonna stick with gruff. Gives a gruff feel. Your personality is represented in this part of the screen. It shows your personality axis that you defined during character creation, as well as the trait that you chose. Select or hover over a trait to see what it is and what it does.
But for now, I just want you to acknowledge its existence and try to stay aware of it at all times, if possible.
Silence befalls the room, a muffled clanging sound from outside only making the movement more uncomfortable.
Yeah, I'll try.
That's good to hear. Now, in order to keep us focused, I always limit the session length to exactly 1 hour, hence the alarm. However, since this is your first session, I'll allow a few questions, if there's anything.
Can't you simply state that I'm fine so we can both move on with our lives? Is another session really necessary? I was hoping this would be a one-time thing. Why do we have to do this here, in the middle of nowhere? I'm gonna go with what I said when I was a kid. Is another session really necessary? I was hoping this would be a one-time thing.
Mr. Harrow, your case is not to be underestimated. We need to assess the situation carefully.
Your case. Not so long ago, nobody cared about what you do. Yet now, suddenly your business is everyone's business.
This first session is more for you to get acquainted with me and my methods. We have a long road ahead of us. Any other questions?
Yeah, why do we have to do this here, in the middle of nowhere?
It may be hard to understand the need for isolation at first, but my methods require complete divergence from the client's regular way of life, as well as temporary distancing from their social groups and circles. This place is ideal in that regard. However, it's understandable that you need a period of adaptation to both this idea and to your new surroundings. That's also why I haven't asked you to hand over your phone. Yeah. But please don't be alarmed. We'll talk about everything in due time.
So wait, you live here?
He smiles.
I'm flattered that you're interested in getting to know more about me. But we're not here to discuss my life. In fact, getting personal may derail our progress. Anything else?
Oh, that's all.
He glances at the clock, almost too fast for you to notice.
All right then. That's it for today.
Through the door, you hear that sound again.
You should go and check in at the office. Your room is probably ready by now.
Okay. Dude, this art style is banging. I can't turn up the voices any louder. I'm sorry, man. That's as loud as it gets.
Next to you is the source of the clangs you heard from inside, a young woman beating up an old vending machine.
Give me my coffee, you jerk!
Dude, this is fucking beautiful. This is such a Pete game.
Come on, you thief. I'll break you open if I have to.
It's coiled like a sleeping serpent. The machine wheezes in suffering. How did I... tab. Okay, tab highlights everything.
Let's go ahead and be nosy. I'm gonna observe her actions closely.
She's completely focused on the ancient machine and mumbling something under her breath. From time to time, a grunt or a few words are loud enough to make out.
Spit it out already.
And could she be here for therapy as well?
Who knows? But unlike you, she definitely looks like she needs it.
Poor woman, she should consult with a real professional, not a charlatan like Dr. Fink. Nobody needs to be sent away from their home to this dump, regardless of their mental state. I'm very untrustworthy of mental health, I feel, as my impulsive, extroverted, and sensitive person. No, it's not, it's the other thing. It's blocking me from my wanderlust. Well, if they're breaking the law...
Oh, wait. And yet, what is it to be done with lunatics like her? Let them rage around freely, yelling and kicking vending machines wherever they go?
Well, if they're not breaking the law, they should be sent to prison. There must be a better way to help a distressed person.
Well, perhaps you'd like to speak with her. See if you could help her somehow. Or is that too much to ask right now?
Come on, you thief.
I'm blocked by a lack of motivation to talk to women? Not again! Again? Wow, I'm just role-playing as you guys. I understand.
Looks uncomfortable. Ooh, trash. Plastic bottles, some empty, others half empty. A partially eaten breakfast. Some old clothes, torn and faded, all covered in a mixture of grease and spilled orange soda. Amid this murky pool, you catch a glimpse of your own face.
Stomp on your distorted image, smudge the reflection with your foot. I'm more of a smudge.
Hundreds of tiny ripples form in the puddle, but instead of obscuring your identity, even more details of your face emerge. Decades worth of new wrinkles appear, and the poignant expression of a man lost in time becomes even more apparent. The longer you look, the more you see it, the reflection of your inner self.
It's not what's inside of me! Defiantly step into the puddle and onto yourself. I don't need to look at this. Ignore the metaphor and just walk away. That's me.
Thank you.
Come on, you thief.
The transformer is buzzing softly.
Open if I have to.
I think the demo's about an hour. The paint is peeling from the wood of the door, but number 6 is new, shiny, and chrome.
That's my lucky number.
You press the knob and push the door, half expecting it to work. It's locked. Still locked.
Well, this is cool. I have no idea where to go. Like, this is all new. Oh, wait, we go. Oh, yeah, we're supposed to go to the office. Duh.
Yes, Rue Valley Motel. Our Coral Destiny internet antenna is down.
All the attention of the girl behind the counter is occupied by the ongoing phone call.
Mm-hmm.
She responds to the person at the other end.
Let me get her attention. Oh, fuck, I'm too extroverted. What do you mean I'm too extroverted?
Yeah, it's easy. Just be loud enough and she won't be able to ignore you.
Hi, I need to get into my room. Nah, I'll ring the desk bell and smile.
She turns to you, clearly annoyed by the bell.
Please sit down, sir. I will be with you in a moment.
And before you get a chance to say anything, she returns to her call with no sign that she's about to end it in a moment or anytime soon, for that matter.
Fuck yes, I'm nosy. Let me hear that shit.
In a bout of curiosity, you lean closer and prick up your ears, hoping you'll catch what the other person is saying too. Alas, what little you manage to comprehend is but a dull description of traffic congestion by someone caught in it, accompanied by futile attempts to communicate their location to the receptionist.
No, the repair tech already came yesterday. Said the internet will be up by noon today.
She says to the other person on the other side of the call, minute by minute, your curiosity subdues as your attention slowly breaks down. Still, you keep mindlessly listening to the receptionist's call for some time.
Rebooted the modem.
Killing time.
Time in this game does not progress outside of dialogue, so in order to wait until certain events happen, you need to find a way to kill time. Usually you can do that with various items and interactions around you. For example, reading a book, scrolling through your phone, or just chilling in a cozy Herman Miller Eames chair. Yours for just $7,500. What a steal. I'm going to chill in my Eames chair.
A chair is not a bed, but let's be honest, it's better than standing. I'm gonna wait. Nope, I would instinctively grab my phone. The phone bleeps to life with a lock screen that is obviously years old. If it wasn't a collection of pixels, it would be musty with age and neglect.
Play a quick match of hyper-casual protagonists. Scroll through your feed to kill some time. I'm gonna play a game.
The first wave of tiny bow tie wearing antagonists appear on your phone screen.
Oh man, they're so cute.
Very cute. One of them is wearing a top hat 2 times the size of his body. Another is sporting a goatee worthy of a campiest villain. You tap one of the carrying a golden fork and he instantly turns into an amorphous purple splotch. A matching splotching sound effect plays at the same time, further confirming that the bow tie wearing golden fork carrying antagonist is no more.
I guess I'm supposed to squash them all. That's fun. What a cool world building. I mean, I don't think you're supposed to voice act every line, so I'm probably taking a lot longer than normal because you would just read this normally. But I feel that my gruff bootleg voice acting adds to the streaming experience. Who asked?
As your mind spins around the absurdity of this game, and while your fingers roam aimlessly across the screen, a group of tiny bow-tie-wearing antagonists gather near the pile of boxes at the bottom of the screen. Absolutely nothing happens. The little guys just keep gathering around. As soon as you're about to get one with the goatee, a slightly larger antagonist with a monocle and pocket watch enters the play arena.
I'm going to keep getting the tiny ones. Always kill the ads first.
You manage to squash the gold fork master and the top hat tyrant just before you see the big guy yelling something out of the form of a bouncy, stylized letters. And as soon as the letters fade, he begins to charge toward the pile of boxes. You press your finger against the monocled watchman, maybe a bit too hard. The tip of your finger slips and you almost drop your phone. You look at the screen after your heart almost skipped a beat, and you see that the whole screen is taken up by bold, fat letters saying, temporal disruption.
What's up, Dot? This is great because I can pick what the hell is going on, or I can get reckless and just quit the f***ing game. I can just be like, you know what? I've had enough of this shit. I kind of want to know what's going on, though.
The letters disappear, and you notice that the whole screen is frozen. The antagonists gather around the weird pile of boxes, standing still in the weirdest poses. You look to see if there's anything different on the screen, and there is. A small timer at the edge of the screen is ticking down, and it's gone. The screen comes alive for a split second, and the antagonists unfreeze and continue to antagonize the pile of boxes. And before you get the chance to do anything, the whole phone is covered in black. Out of the blackness, disappointed red letters appear. Protagonists defeated. With a quick swipe and a finger flick, the game is gone and you're back to staring at your old wallpaper. Minutes pass, but the phone call is still not at its end. She responds to the person at the other end. You start scrolling through stale memes, boring news articles, beach photos, and ex-acquaintances, and poorly targeted sponsored ads.
If time is a river, do you have a paddle? Repellers go down faster and with more control. Elusive, evasive, persistent, righteous traits for a merman. A parched throat, ever seeking to be sated. Guacamole Game of Fart 9000. Use promo code Premier for 10% off your order at checkout.
I think the developers would be very proud of that very subtle ad break. That was pretty clever. That was pretty clever to go from in-game reference to other silly ad back to game. All right, let's get back to this. Can you actually advertise something else in the middle of a sponsored ad? I think for comedic effect, yes. I was more doing it just for fun, but this is the focus, of course. That was just for memes. I'm gonna scroll some more.
In one picture, a grinning middle-aged stranger is apparently showcasing his newest baby.
Wait a minute, now it's getting too real. I don't know what's going on.
Thanks to a cleverly applied filter, both of them sport funny donkey ears. In an overly long and arguably racist video, a non-native speaker is repeatedly making embarrassing linguistic errors. They often turn out to be unintentional double entendres. Hilarity ensues.
She gotta be done. Ain't no way it takes that long.
After a while, you realize that neither the pictures nor the posts are loading correctly. Nope, just blank pages and outlines of generic avatars and empty text fields. One bar, but you could get the feeling that if it could, it would show half a bar. Seems like all these posts were from some time ago, stashed needlessly in your phone's memory. Unless you hook up to some local Wi-Fi, you won't be getting much internet here. The receptionist is still arguing with the internet service provider and you're getting restless.
Of course it's urgent. Our guests don't have Wi-Fi, the credit card machines are dead, we can't access reservations.
She says to her conversation partner, clearly annoyed. The easiest thing to do, wait, yet so hard.
The ground quakes.
This whole segment would take 3 minutes instead of the 10 it's taking me.
Time is relative. It flies when you're having fun, but lately, for you, it has been practically standing still. Time goes by and the girl at the reception desk is still talking.
No, she said Sunday noon. I wrote it down. I'm not... Sunday or later? That's... No. This is such a waste of time.
Finally, the girl ends her call.
Oh, I'm so sorry for the wait. That was a super important call and I had to take it right now. There was literally no other way. Hopefully you didn't mind waiting.
I'll be dramatic. Yeah, great. It felt like hours.
I'm very sorry about that.
It's not her fault.
She makes a face as if she's about to burst into tears. Is she mocking you?
All right then, let's get you into your room.
The sudden enthusiasm in her voice catches you unawares. What's the deal with this girl?
So, number 6. That's the last one on the second floor. Everything is ready for you. And...
She raises her hand holding a piece of blue and red plastic.
This is your key card.
I'm Japanese trained, so I'll nod and wait for her to put it on the counter.
Oh, I see you're confused by this. You were expecting an old-fashioned key, weren't you?
Or she thinks I'm an idiot. I'm often confused for a moron.
She's excitedly waving the card around her head.
We decided to modernize for a number of reasons.
That's great.
She nods in response, but then continues as if you hadn't said anything.
Actually, one reason, to be perfectly honest, the guests just kept on losing their keys. It was exhausting, and my dad didn't like the cost of replacing so many locks.
Oh, so it's my fault for looking like I'm interested in chatting. Jesus. Please, I think I'm dying. Snatch the card from it. So your dad is the... I'm a nosy guy. I am nosy. So your dad is the owner of this motel?
Yeah. He bought it from the previous owner when she realized she'd had enough of Rue Valley. You know. So, yes, we decided to use electronic key cards. Costs us a lot to implement, but now when a guest loses their key, we only need to replace a piece of programmable plastic. How great is that? It makes my life so much easier.
She takes a deep breath, planning to continue, but a notification sound from her phone interrupts her. She immediately grabs the phone, smiles, and starts typing a message. as if she suddenly forgot that she was talking to you. But after a few seconds, she puts the phone down and hands you the card.
Here's your key card, and I'll need your signature here.
Items you pick up are stored here. While not in dialogue, you can click on them to interact with them. Also, some items will show more information of their icon. For example, Wi-Fi availability or battery level on your phone.
Thank you. I'm here if you need anything. Enjoy your stay.
Bye. Okay, so wait. All right. It shows me how much my... Okay. Let's go to our room. Because I want to see what... Oh, she's gone because it took us forever to get through the phone call. God, these graphics rule, though. I've always been a fan of style is better than having it. I bet my card doesn't work.
The paint is peeling from the wood of the door, but the number 6 is new, shiny, and chrome. A tiny green dot of light shows up near the knob, and the door is unlocked. Okay, that never happens to me. Whoa. No, wait. Suitcase first. Hundreds of strangers have slept in this bed, leaving behind flakes of dead skin. Still, you can't wait to jump into the sheets and contribute to the collection. Unfortunately, between you and the object of your desire, on the folded sheets lies a dusty suitcase. Your suitcase, the smallest one you own. Yeah, it's such a chore, but the more you prolong it, the worse it'll get. If you don't unpack now, it'll feel even harder and more pointless to do later. Step by step, a simple act of unpacking will become an insurmountable burden. And even thinking about it will make you feel weak, powerless. You really want to crawl back into that deep, black pit.
I can't go back to that. Never! Open the suitcase.
Well, there's not much in the suitcase. Spare clothes, a phone charger, a toothbrush, and a couple of other items. You really weren't planning on staying here long. Well, you better see if they have laundry facilities. Sessions, Dr. Fink said. Days or weeks, months even. Wait, I suck. I failed to be... All right, I failed like every single part of my job. There, no reason to spend the whole evening unpacking. After all, you've always preferred more casual arrangement of your stuff. And now with the suitcase has been dealt with, the motel room is officially your home.
Yeah, right. Or like a prison.
Well, now, you could describe it that way.
All right, so I scattered all of my shit everywhere. I want to go into the, I want to check this Wi-Fi password. A list of rules, you can't be bothered with that right now. This debuff is criminal. The total lack of motivation.
There are so many dark patches that it can barely be called a mirror. Small cup on the shelf was meant to hold a toothbrush and toothpaste, but you did it your way.
When I get to new hotel rooms, I always brush my teeth.
In a tenth of a second, you realize the small cup under the mirror was actually meant to be used as a holder for toothbrush and toothpaste. And you already forgot where you've put them in the unpacking. In fact, you're not even sure whether you brought them there with you or not.
Funny note, when I went to the UK, I anticipated that they would be kind of like Japan And I did not bring toothbrush or a toothpaste because in Japan, they provide them for you at every hotel you stay at. Not the case at a Premier Inn in Merthyr Tydfil. So I had to use Peroni to do as mouthwash. Whoops. I'm going to rinse out my mouth with some water instead.
As soon as you turn on the tap, a horrible smell fills your nostrils. It's like there's a plumbing issue in hell and all that blocked sewage is feeding directly into this faucet.
Nah, whatever. It's not like I'm going to drink it.
As soon as the first drop of the water enters your mouth, the taste of mud and sharp metals overwhelms you, and it's enough to make you regret your decision. You spit it out, but the aroma of mud and sharp metal remains. Well, good thing you didn't swallow any of it. The mirror splotches make interesting patterns on your face. They conceal dark circle here, a mole there, a patch of wrinkles.
I've wasted my life so far, and now I'm getting old. I know that face too well. No need to discern every little detail. I am guilt-ridden.
You're not as old as you look. Half of it is probably just due to poor hydration.
Okay, let's check out this chair then. Let's go to bed.
Despite the tight sheets and crisp-looking pillow, the bed reeks of dust and age. You fall onto the bed with all your weight, croaks and squirms, and a cloud of dust and skin particles rise up. As soon as your head touches the rough pillow, though, tiredness overwhelms you. Coming to this nowhere motel to attend therapy you don't need has drained you both physically, mentally. You are desperate to get some sleep, yet after weeks of wakeful nights, you know it won't come easy.
Thank you.
Your ears are pierced by a ringtone that you swore to change years ago.
Dude, this game is actually like 75% of who I am.
Hello, sir. Am I speaking with Eugene Harrow?
The line crackles heavily as if the man is speaking from the distant past. That's me.
Well, Mr. Harrow, I am so pleased to have finally reached you. My name is Percy Rugger, and I'm a senior sales executive at Ulterior Paralegal Exploits Consultancy. We'd like to offer our help regarding your case.
My case?
Well, if my information is correct, you have recently been unjustly forced to participate in treatment which, in our opinion, may have consequences not aligned with your best interests. Now, I'm sure you're quite concerned, Mr. Harrow, but don't worry. We're here to help you regain your rights.
Are you referring to my psychotherapy here in Rue Valley?
Mr. Harrow, let me be frank with you. I have no idea where this true valley of yours is, but we will work together to put an end to this undue response to your, well, unique situation. I mean, we have only known each other for a couple of minutes, and I can already see what a strong-willed individual you are. You know what you want, and nothing will stop you from getting it. So I presume you're ready for the next step in our cooperation?
All right.
Now that's what I like to hear. Eugene, Mr. Harrow, you truly are a man of action. I'll write down your general consent here and forward your case to my colleagues in our paralegal department. They'll contact you shortly. Well, Mr. Harrow, it was a colossal pleasure talking with you. Juice!
Juice?
Before you have a chance to say anything, the phone line's already dead. But at least now you know that you're not the only one who realizes the absurdity of this mandated psychotherapy.
Ah, it's German bye. This is like the Twilight Zone, Dot. I love sleep.
As your mind begins to drift, reality fades away. For a precious moment, there's only darkness and silence, but your mind refuses to calm down. And soon your thoughts start chasing each other in circles.
Mind map, memories. This is your mind map. It is a representation of all the memories you have and how they are connected. When a new memory is available, you can recall it by clicking on it to activate it. Once the memory is activated, it can open dialogue choices in relation to that memory.
The image of the young woman flashes before your mind's eye. She's punching and kicking the old vending machine. She be here for therapy as well? It is what it is. You have nothing to say, nothing to do, just the bare minimum. Out of the swirling images, bushy eyebrows of your new psychotherapist emerge, bouncing up and down as he talks.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow? I'm terribly sorry I wandered off. Could you repeat that, please?
He's so boring you almost fell asleep and you apologized to him? You're such a doormat. This is cool. So, you survived
the first session with your court-assigned psychotherapist despite your effort to act normal. It seems he plans to keep you here for some time.
You see yourself in bed in your new motel, holding your phone next to your right ear.
Percy Rugger, and I'm a senior sales executive at the Interior Paralegal Exploits Consultancy. We'd like to offer our help regarding your case.
My case?
Oh, come on, you know what he's talking about.
You received a phone call from Percy Rugger, a senior sales executive.
From the blur of half-formed memories and impressions, an image of the receptionist emerges. You're desperately trying to catch her attention, but she completely engrossed on that ongoing phone call. You were so full of yourself. She probably despises you now. Like everyone else.
Jesus, I'm depressed.
As your consciousness keeps spinning around, the carousel of recent experiences warps into a single vision, suspended between sleep, waking. You find yourself staring at the smallest suitcase you own, perched on rumpled motel sheets. Everything is packed. Clothes, phone charger, toothbrush, and a couple of other items. As you reach for the handle, you notice a toothless gap, as if the suitcase forgot to fully exhale. Then the gap widens just a little. Something shifts inside. The suitcase jerks.
It's just a faulty latch. Let's go already. Nah, I'd shut it first.
But the suitcase feels too alive. With a loud hiss, the seam splits Then a snake's head appears, lidless eyes fixed on yours. Then more hisses follow, and more snakes emerge, liquid as death and cold as oil. Their bodies twist into knots, ready to spill all over the sweaty sheets.
Shut it! Shut it now!
You slam the lid down, the latch snaps shut, silencing the hisses. For now.
I need to check out. Let's bring the suitcase along. Nobody will notice. I gotta get rid of this suitcase. Let's shove it under the bed and get out of here. No, we'll bring it with us.
As you descend upon the stairs, the midday heat pricks your neck with sweat, and the suitcase shifts slightly in your grip. Better not to think about it.
It's just clothes, phone chargers, toothbrush, and a couple of other items.
You enter the reception area, no one's here. Even the AC is turned off, the air is hostile and heavy.
I can't wait here, it's too hot!
On the desk, a stack of pristine checkout forms sits beside a pen. Perhaps you can just do it yourself.
Yeah, let's get this over with.
Name, date of birth, length of stay, but a single mischievous drop of ink escapes the pen and begins swelling into a blot, a puddle, a pond, spreading across the form as sweat spreads across your shirt.
I need to write faster. No, I'm Japanese. I would snatch another form and start over.
You slap the new form over the old one. The blot seeps upward. Your sweat drips downward. The paper becomes a battleground of stains. Your tongue feels swollen. Your throat dry. You write all the words in black on a completely black paper and sign it in black. It's not your fault after all.
But it is.
You did what you could. Now it's time to leave and find something to drink. The parking lot shimmers in the heat, asphalt soft underfoot. Across it, the vending machine glows like a mirage, its glass fogged with condensation. You insert a coin and press the button. The machine hums, light flickering, but no bottle comes out. You insert a coin and push the button again. Clink, press, hum, still nothing. The world narrows to the clink of metal, the press of your finger, the machine's empty whir. Maybe this time it'll work. You tried to leave this damned motel and all the therapy nonsense behind, but everything kept falling apart. Don't worry, it wasn't even a real memory.
Yet it is. It's an echo of my past. It's a prophecy. It's an embodiment of my feelings.
More like random neural activity in your brain, synapses sparking from nothing. Best forget about it.
I just know it's important.
Could be, but are you strong enough to remember it? Brave enough to confront it?
Blocked by a total lack of motivation. Not yet.
The sound of a car engine and screeching tires urges you to open your eyes, bringing you back to miserable reality once again. Your head still still spinning in a whirlwind of uncontrollable thoughts, your nostrils pick up a curious smell of dust, and your throat is as dry as a desert.
Status effects. Some status effects can have a greater impact on your personality. Thirsty, for example, nudges you just 1 point toward the impulsive side. But some other status effects have a much greater influence, and in some cases, drastically change the personality you defined in character creation. I love this effect of the rain.
It was foolish to hope you'd fall asleep. You get up, find some water.
Whoa! Well, we know we can't drink the shit out in the sink.
God damn it!
You hear the man yell from inside his vehicle. Even through the tinted windshield, you can feel his frustration.
Come on, start, you piece of shit!
Judging by the careless driving you just witnessed, the man is either under the influence or another patient of Dr. Fink's.
This maniac's about to kill somebody! He's probably drunk. That's what I would think.
Good thing he's driving through a desert, and that lowers the risk of him hurting anyone but himself. Come to think of it, could it be that's exactly what he's trying to do?
I'd rather not think about that right now.
Right, let's find something to drink.
Oh, sweet. I put on my my hoodie. This is really cool. I love games that are predicated on clever writing, because then you've got to I like being taken on the journey.
It was already late afternoon when you saw this sign for the first time, as the bus door opened and a wave of desert heat hit you in the face. All the other passengers of the almost empty bus remained seated, each lost in their own world. None of them paid any attention to you as you gathered your belongings and prepared to leave the... Oh, sorry. Hope they fix any typos. Is there typos? I haven't seen any. I didn't toggle the wrong way. I had it exactly right. Listen.
All the other passengers of the almost empty bus remained seated, each lost in their own world. None of them paid any attention to you as you gathered your belongings and prepared to leave the bus.
All right.
I remember an older woman. Okay. There was a young person with bright pink hair. The burly man with a thick beard left an impression for sure. Hey, man, can you give a quick story recap up until this point? I hate to say this. I'm slow. Basically, you haven't missed much. You are starting the game in a psychotherapy kind of office, and you don't know what your ailment is. You just know that you're going to be here an indefinite amount of time, and then you check into your room, and you have a lot of seemingly trauma that you're trying to get through. That's really it. I remember the girl with bright pink hair.
Yeah, they were scrolling through their phone with a bored expression, seemingly completely disinterested in their surroundings, as if they lacked any real-world connection. He was leaning against the window, big burly man staring out at the desolate landscape with a far-away look in his eyes. He seemed lost in thought, as if trying to make sense of something that had happened to him long ago. Sitting in the back of the bus, her nose was buried in a book during the whole trip. Her wrinkled face was contorted in a look of intense concentration, as if she were trying to solve some complex puzzle. I don't want to think about these people, and why would you? Even as you were disembarking from the bus, they meant nothing to you. But outside, next to the bus sign, Dr. Fink's smiling eyes were watching you, his brow dripping with sweat in the intense desert heat.
He was analyzing me, trying to think of anything he could use to keep me here as long as possible. Welcome to Rue Valley, he proclaimed like some poorly written NPC from an outdated video game. I'm Dr. Fink, your therapist for the duration of your stay here.
It all happened less than 2 hours ago, yet it feels like an eternity has passed.
Blame the streamer for that one.
You jump as if someone jabbed you in the stomach. For a split second, the whole world was exploding. But it was just a thunderclap. Loudest one you ever witnessed.
Well, at least my reflexes still work.
As well as your heart. It's racing from the sudden shock. But there's nothing to use. There's nothing to use this unwanted excess of adrenaline for. So it keeps lingering, eating you from the inside out while you stand alone and thirsty in the middle of an empty parking lot. Hopefully you won't have to melt ice in your mouth to quench your thirst. The battered machine seems to be decades old, except for a newly installed, comically large reddish button.
I'm reckless. Press the comically large red button right now. I just have to.
With a bang and a clang, the machine vomits out a bottle of water. That's it? Wait, does this mean that water is for free? You check the label on the reddish button. It reads, "Drinking water for the people of Rue Valley. Free of charge. Courtesy of Coral Destiny." The almost frozen plastic feels slippery in your sweaty hand. You can't wait to drain it of the precious fluid. The almost freezing liquid streams down your throat, some of it spilling down your chin. In a gulp or two, your thirst is quenched and the bottle is but an empty plastic husk. Suddenly, the night sky turns blood red and you feel an infinite scream passing through everything. Unbearable anxiety washes over you. You tell it to get away, but you can't run away from the whole sky on fire any better than you can from your own past.
At least I don't have to face it.
You close your eyes. Your eyelids connect and darkness greets you for a mere second. But as always, the carousel of suffering starts spinning immediately. How do I let go of it? That's easy. Simply let go of yourself.
What kind of answer is that?
The receptionist says whimsically, emerging from the whirlwind.
No. what I was expecting an answer.
But the receptionist disappears, and instead the fiery sky begins burning its way through the darkness, cutting several straight, narrow slits in your closed eyelids.
I want this to stop!
Well then, keep craving, keep clinging, keep suffering.
I have no choice.
Red sky is seeping through the cuts in your eyelids, forming a number.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
Stop the carousel and focus on something else.
Surely there's something pleasant to think of instead of this bushy-eyed psychotherapist and this court-mandated therapy. Speaking of court-mandated therapy, you all might need it from Rob CD. It's the only way to solve the addiction. It's the only way to break through from the cycle of Akihabara, Randy's Donuts, Curry, and Back Shots Roulette.
All right, hold on. We're taking a quick break. We're already past the hour that I was supposed to play, but I'm really into this cool sponsored game. How you guys doing? Welcome. If you were watching Rob, that means I am one of you. I am a Rob super fan. I have 44 months to prove it. Next to my name in his chat. I'm a huge fan of the IRL streams. It was terrible that he wasn't in TwitchCon EU. I missed him deeply. It just didn't feel the same without him stalking the halls of TwitchCon. I am a fellow gout goblin indeed, although he and I are big fans of the all free. But you're not free from your Twitch servitude yet. You gotta follow me as well to the end. So we're playing this game that I was sponsored to play. All pretenses aside, it's pretty damn cool. It's called Rue Valley, and it's like I guess you replay the same day over and over, but it's a very heavy story-driven game. I've really been reading everything, so give me a second to finish this sponsorship. After this, I'm playing a game called Blueprints, so I can flex my noodle for you guys. My giant brain, where I can show you how smart I am. And I am smart. I'm on day 6 or 7 in Blueprints, and I would have beat the game if it wasn't for RNG. It was my birthday Friday. Still drunk. Dude, it's like Tuesday. There's no way you've been drunk for 3 days. And if you have, I highly recommend seeking medical attention or at least a bottled water. Are you allowed to show your noodle on stream? I can do whatever I want, buddy. My brain noodle? Yeah. It's Tuesday? Dude, it's Monday. I don't know. I'm a Twitch streamer. I'm basically unemployed. I don't know. What do you want me to say? You think I have plans and organization and shit? I don't know what I'm doing. That's my job. It's my job to be... Are these really 0% after all? Who needs day when you can game? Exactly. I'm a perfect Blueprints player. So if you... I'm fun employed. Exactly. Exactly. All right, so let me finish this segment because we just finished our first day. To give you guys a brief idea, you basically create a character at the beginning with some personality traits. And by the way, for everybody who's in my channel, please go follow Rob. He's one of my favorite streamers. He really is. He's been in my top 5 most viewed every single year that I've had Twitch. So you're doing yourself a disservice if you don't follow the Gout Man himself. He's awesome. He's a good friend of the channel, and I'm very excited that he's a friend. He's the ambassador of gout awareness. Exactly. You don't have to follow. Don't give me no nopers. Don't give me no nopers. Just do it, damn it. Basically, did I become more sensitive? I did. Okay, so I started in therapy, and you don't know what you're supposed to be in therapy for. It's kind of left in the dark, and you know that you're not happy about it. And you have this inner monologue, and it's kind of guiding you through the game as well. And you try to check into your hotel, you try to get some rest, you try to figure out how long you're going to be here. But depending on your debuffs, which mine is anxious apprehension,
something's terribly wrong, perhaps everything, and it makes you feel tense and paralyzed at the same time. And you have a total lack of motivation. It's not that you don't want to do all sorts of things. It's more like you lack the capacity to even initiate most of them. What is left of you is a creature driven by its basic needs and quirks.
So these kind of dictate some of your dialogue options. And we survived the first night, and as we were drinking water, we had like this Twilight Zone-esque ending where our world was crumbling around us. And we woke up at the start of the day we had just done talking to our psychiatrist again. So that's where we're at right now. Let's see how it plays out with the replay effect.
Surely there's something pleasant to think of instead of this bushy-eyebrowed psychotherapist and this court-mandated therapy.
If I was Rob CD and I had the choice of thinking of something tasty, interesting, sexy, or soothing, I think he would immediately just think of food.
But Dr. Fink only seems to become more real.
Mr. Harrow, can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry.
It's all right.
He pauses for a
I'm
moment.
aware that you may be experiencing a slight lack of motivation right now, and will surely be coming back to this condition of yours.
Lack of motivation? That's the least of all your worries while your mind is filled with this crushing, overwhelming sense of impending... Wait, do you hear that? A muffled sound of metallic clanging from the outside diverts your frail attention. For some unknown reason, your heartbeat accelerates and cold sweat appears in your armpits.
At all times, if possible.
The doctor finishes, apparently expecting some sort of an answer from you.
I'm terribly sorry. In my mind, it wandered off. Could you repeat that, please? I'll just say sure this time.
That's good to hear. Now, in order to keep us focused, I always limit the session.
That's funny.
Exactly 1 hour.
Thank you very much, Zarati.
However, since this is your first session...
First session?
He stops mid-sentence and gives you a concerned look.
Mr. Harrow, you're shaking. Are you feeling unwell?
Well, you endured the whole session stoically so far, but this one moment of anxiety, it could completely ruin your chances of being sent back home anytime soon.
Try to act like the stable, well-adjusted person that you are.
You open your mouth with the intention of convincing him that you're fine, but the stress is just too high to control, and it instantly overwhelms you.
Cry your heart out. I'm gonna panic, hyperventilate, and repeat.
Your heart speeds up, your breathing follows, and soon you start feeling dizzy, and then you feel it. A sharp pain.
Oh no, am I having a heart attack?
Yes. The realization makes you panic even more, which further accelerates your breathing.
Easy, Mr. Hill. You're not having a heart attack or anything similar. Trust me. You're just getting too much oxygen. Let's try breathing through pursed lips as if we're blowing out a candle. This will help. That's right. Calm your breathing. Nothing's wrong with your body.
Slowly, breath by breath, you begin feeling in control again, and the frantic pace of your heart as well as your thoughts slow down their usual tempo.
Better.
Smiles.
Good.
And he pauses for a moment.
May I ask, how is your sleep these days?
God, I haven't slept in months.
Is that so?
So the other two options were blocked by my personalities.
He seems to inspect the dark circles under your eyes.
Well then, if you happen to have trouble falling asleep tonight.
He opens his hand, revealing a single purple pill lying on his palm. There's no reflection in his glasses. Above them is a pair of bushy eyebrows. You reach for the pill.
What I'm giving you is a mild, non-prescription herbal hypnotic drug. Nothing more.
I know my chair's blocking it. That's why I'm describing it for you guys. But like...
Hopefully it'll help you calm down and get some rest tonight. We'll continue tomorrow. All right then. Now you only need to pick up the key card for your room. And I'll call the receptionist to make sure everything is in order. Sounds good?
Thank you. It's 8:04 p.m.
The exit is behind you. That's the bathroom.
May I use it, please?
Of course.
The book's cover is dominated by a stunning redhead. Her face elegantly made up, her dress tight. Shadows gather all around her, but a gun in her hand shows she's ready for any threat. Not to mention that with that décolletage, she's dressed to kill. It's French. And thank you to Bojack for the 5. Above the woman, the title, Lilith Undercover. Below, the author's name, T.J. Samson.
Toilet literature. What's up, Kalibi boy? How you doing, big man? I'm not dropping a nugget. We're playing this Welcome Raiders.
We're finishing up this this really interesting sponsored segment really quick. Hope you guys
had a great day, great games, great having fun basketball.
A terrified and confused man meets your gaze from the other side of the mirror. He looks exactly like you, but somehow doesn't feel like you. You must have gotten lost in thought for a moment while the doctor was speaking. Couldn't have possibly happened more than a couple of minutes ago, but it feels like hours have passed. And then, sound of the old alarm clock awakened you from a daydream you can't remember, and this overwhelming tsunami of dread appeared out of nowhere.
I am quite nosy. Let's see if he has any hair wax in the medicine cabinet.
Toothpaste, roll of toilet paper, and a bottle of whiskey. In a purple, old-fashioned font, it says, Numb Night, Sour Mash. The recipe stays the same. 40% alcohol by volume, 80 proof. A strong, harsh-tasting liquid fills your mouth. After you swallow it, a dark, nutty, and salty flavor. Undertone begin emerging. Please don't do huh.
Let's mix alcohol with our medicine.
Wait a second. Are you sure it's a good idea to swallow this mysterious sleeping pill so soon after drinking alcohol?
Come on, it's a non-prescription drug, and I had one small sip of whiskey. It's not gonna kill me.
As soon as you turn on the tap, a horrible smell fills the room as a stream of black water flows out of the old pipe. Yet somehow, this doesn't surprise you. Instead, it's almost like you expected it to happen. Swallowing the pill dry sounds like a far less disgusting task than putting even a drop of that tap liquid inside your body.
Take it with the whiskey.
Using saliva as a lubricant, you help the purple capsule find its way into your stomach. You have no idea how long it'll take until its effects kick in. There's nothing to do but wait.
Refreshed yourself? Feeling a bit better now?
Much better.
That's good to hear. See you tomorrow, Mr. Harrow.
Bye. There's no way you're tipsy.
Coffee, you jerk.
She's back.
The source of the clangs is a young woman beating up an old vending machine. For some unknown reason, looking at her makes you even more nervous.
Spit it out already.
She's still wailing on the poor machine and is driving you crazy.
Listen, I know what I'm talking about. Your repair tech said it was fixed. Can you
We're all stuck in a loop of PremierTwo. Is there a worse fate?
All the attention of the girl behind the counter is being hogged by the ongoing phone call.
Of course it's urgent. Our guests don't have Wi-Fi, the credit card machines are dead. We can't...
She pauses for a second.
Hold on, I have someone on the other line.
He presses a button on the phone.
Hello, reception? Oh, what can I do for you, Dr. Fink? If it's about the Wi-Fi,
She pauses again and directs her gaze toward you.
Yes, he's here. Of course, no problem.
In an instant, the realization dawns on you. Because of your panicked outburst at the end of the session, Dr. Fink must have just warned the receptionist of your condition.
I'm a little drunk, so I'll wink at her. Dr. Fink's like, well, be careful. He's a very hyperactive and easy to upset young man.
She winks back at you, then smiles as she touches the button again.
Hello? I'm very sorry. I will have to call you back later. Bye.
She ends the call, turns to you.
Hello, Mr. Harrow. How are you? Are you ready to check in?
She continues in the same breath without waiting for your answer.
Perfect order. Don't you worry a bit about anything.
I would definitely be like, I'm so sorry.
Apology accepted. Okay, let's get you into your room.
Her voice is full of enthusiasm.
Number 6. That's the last one on the second floor. Everything is ready for you. And...
She raises her hand holding a piece of blue and red plastic.
Is your key card.
Thank you.
You stretch your arm politely, hoping she'll hand you the card, but she's completely ignoring your gesture and is excitedly waving it around.
Oh, I see you're confused by this. You were expecting an old-fashioned key, weren't you? Well, we've decided to modernize for a number of reasons.
I'm smart. I'm not dumb. Not like people said.
Suddenly, she curtails her excitement, as if she remembered something.
Oh, you must be very tired. Perhaps I'll tell you about it some other time. It's a really interesting story.
Yeah, it's very... Looking forward to hearing it sometime.
Here.
She hands over the key card and puts some kind of document on the
Just need your
counter.
signature.
I'm a little drunk, so I'll just draw a stick figure instead.
All right. Thank you.
She barely manages not to
I'm
laugh.
here if you need anything. Enjoy.
Okay, wait. The relentless dirt has smudged the stained glass. We've not entered the bro man route. Well, it's back. Your dusty suitcase, the smallest one you own, is lying on the folded sheets.
Why am I afraid of unpacking?
Perhaps you're scared of what you might find inside. Or maybe worried that by unpacking, you accept that you're going to stay here for a long time.
They're going to keep me here. No, I want to know what's inside. Last time it was like snakes in our mind. What could be inside?
You.
Thank you.
So, blocked by anxious apprehension. Come on, Eugene, just open it. Blocked by guilt-ridden. Just put the suitcase away without unpacking. Perhaps I could relax a bit in the armchair instead. So I can't even open my suitcase this time.
As soon as your buttocks touch the frayed armchair seat, tiredness overwhelms you. Coming to this nowhere motel to attend therapy you don't need has drained you both physically and mentally. All you want to do is sleep, but unnerving restlessness is gnawing at you from the inside, like a colony of termites munching on a piece of dead worm wood. What a pitiful, inert object.
It's just full of my stuff.
Stuff? Clothes, phone charger, toothbrush, might as well be empty.
But it isn't.
And it won't ever be without your help.
Interesting. What a fascinating title. We're well beyond the suggested sponsored time, but I want to see how long the demo is. This game is called Rue Valley. You can type X.
Your ears are...
Oops. Your ears are pierced by a ringtone that you swore to chain.
Hello, sir. Am I speaking with Eugene Harrow?
The line crackles audibly, as if the voice is reaching across the expanse of time. Who wants to know?
My name is Percy Rugger, and I'm a senior sales executive at Ulterior Paralegal Exploits Consultancy. We'd like to offer our help regarding your case.
Ulterior Paralegal Exploits Consultancy?
Ulterior, Mr. Harrow, with an umlaut. And please don't let the name fool you. We are the most respectable yet cutting-edge agency, which means we work on the edge of, but still inside, the established legal framework. In fact, we are the leader in our field. Now, if my information is correct, you have recently been unjustly forced to participate in treatment which, in our opinion, may have consequences not aligned with your best interests.
Thank you, but I'm not interested in your services at this moment.
Of course, of course. I'll assume you have nothing against my calling again later just to make sure you haven't changed your mind. I'll write that down here. Eugene, Mr. Harrow, it was a pleasure. Talk to you soon. Tschüss.
Before you have a chance to say anything, the line's already dead.
What game did I bin, Ray? Disco? I didn't actually bin it. I'll explain after this session.
And as your mind begins to drift, reality fades away. For a precious moment, there's only darkness and silence, but your mind refuses to calm down. And soon your thoughts start chasing each other in circles.
Okay, so this is like our memory board, so it tells us all of the things that we've experienced. It's like a recap of stuff. This is really fascinating. Oh yeah, the guy who we thought was drunk. So it kind of keeps you in the loop of what's happening. This is like the midpoint of the day.
The meaning of what you've just experienced is hard to grasp. Is this some weird deja vu? The memory seems so real, and yet these things clearly never happened. Have you actually gone completely mad? And you were right to be sent to Dr. Fink? But what if the careless driver really does show up? What if lightning actually strikes? The motel and the night sky turns red.
The combination of several specific memories can create an idea, and with enough inspiration or willpower points, you can turn that idea into an intention. Intention opens new dialogue options that will lead you through the journey of completing that intention. Keep in mind that not all that you intend can be successfully achieved. Whoa.
Memory or fantasy? How could you remember something that is yet to happen? Then again, why would you ever imagine something so specific? You want to get up and find out if these strange memories will play out in reality, or if it's all just a fever dream of a lunatic, yet you can't. It's all too much. All you really want to do is forget you even had these weird visions, to forget about being here, to forget about the incident.
This is some super deep shit. All right, so it does rain again. I finally f***ing lost anxious apprehension. I'm piecing everything about me. It's like Memento. That's a good point. Yeah. Hold on.
But gradually, your thoughts begin to slow down and your consciousness lightens its feverish grip on you. Was it the purple pill or was it the numb night? Doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Like a leaf on the wind, you're tossed this way and that. What is this? A tiny spark of light seems to have taken root deep inside of you. Must have broken away from that mighty forked bolt of the brightest lightning you ever saw earlier. A spark still without shape, still without purpose, but full of potential. The sound of the loudest thunder jerks you out of your slumber. The speck of energy, now fully grown, is pulsing in your chest. You remember this feeling.
I lost the lack of will to do shit. So now I'm just drunk. Inspiration points are small sparks of inspiration that you can use to motivate ideas and turn them into intentions. Be aware that when you spend inspiration points, they are gone for good.
And as you finally recognize what it is, your pathetic attempt at forgetting about what you experienced earlier is shattered. You have to find out if the careless driver showed up again. You must know if the sky will really be set ablaze. You need to see if everything will happen again. And if it does, you need to remember.
Active intentions. Here you can see your active intentions. Select or hover over them to see more details about how to complete them. Clicking on an intention will open the mind map with that intention in focus. I wonder... Oh, wait.
The rain has slacked off, and you see nothing out of the ordinary, nothing you could put your finger on. If the careless driver visited the motel, he surely left already while you were sleeping.
God damn it, I should have found the strength to get up earlier.
Well, there. It's not your fault. You were incapacitated. You glance toward the parking lot. As you stare at the reflections on the wet, dark asphalt, the memory begins unfolding in your mind again. He enters the car, starts the engine, and then he hits the transformer while driving in reverse, smashing his rear light before driving away in a cloud of smoke. If this really happened, you may be able to find some evidence down there.
I also chucked a cigarette out.
I'm such a great detective. Okay. I am a great detective. Have you not seen my blueprints?
As you come closer to the transformer, you immediately notice a couple of red plastic shards. A damn good detective. You are so smart. The transformer doesn't show any obvious signs of impact. There are several small red shards scattered all around. Translucent triangles and rhomboids. The largest of them is lying right next to the transformer, shiny and wet, boldly staring at you from the dry asphalt. The shard is obviously part of a broken taillight. This means he's been here already. No other option.
I knew I would find something here, and I did!
Though it has to be true. And then, before you can wrap your head around all this, the skies are once again set ablaze, exactly as you remembered, only confusing you even further. What will happen now? Will you find yourself back to Dr. Fink's office in a moment? Will you remember anything? Or was this a one-time thing, and the evening will now continue as if nothing has happened? Befuddled, you cast your gaze on your wristwatch. It's 8:47 p.m.
From now on, you will have the exact time displayed here. Pay attention to it, because in Rue Valley, situations change when the time changes. Characters might leave some locations and arrive at others. Their mood might change, and they might act differently at different times.
The frenetic sound of the alarm nudges you back to the present.
With me, Mr. Harrow?
Wait! Don't answer him. He's only trying to confuse you, to make you
Mr.
forget.
Harrow, Can you hear me?
And you need to remember. Yes, there's something very important. A muffled sound of metallic clanging from the outside interrupts your train of thought. And suddenly an image of a young woman punching and kicking the old vending machine emerges in your mind. It's like the first rock in an avalanche. It's inevitably followed by others and more memories start emerging. The receptionist, the thunder, the mysterious driver, and finally that of yourself standing in front of the transformer under the fiery sky, hoping you won't forget everything again. As you struggle to put the memories in the correct order, your mental fog dissipates, and two simple words form on your lips. Time loop. Seems like you're trapped in some sort of time loop where the same 47 minutes repeat over and over. Dr. Fink's voice pulls you back into the old motel room.
I don't think I follow, Mr. Harrow. Would you care to elaborate?
Wow, that was pretty cool. That was cool. Nice little cliffhanger. Thank you for playing Rue Valley Demo. Yo, what up, dog? We just finished our game. You just finished your game. We just finished our sponsored stream. Welcome to the circus of value. How was BioShock 2? You know what? I love BioShock. I've played 1 in Infinity. I never played 2. So I was watching Connor play it earlier, and I thought, you know what? I need to try this. I need to play this game. 2 is the best. I mean, when it came out, 2 was kind of considered the bad one. Like, BioShock 1 was mega popular. Like, it kind of put story-driven first-person shooters back on track. And then I guess 2 is, at the time, was, you know, it was kind of like lambasted. So I do want to try it. I do want to try it. Welcome, everybody, from Sea Dog's channel. My name is Pete. I am a Welshman who lives in Japan now. I am currently living abroad 15 years after I left the United Kingdom. I've lost a lot of my accent, but my alcoholism remains. I am glad to... I am not a Kansas man. I'm from Merthyr. I am Merthyr for sure. Today, you guys are in for a special little bonus stream. I just finished a really cool sponsored segment of a very story-heavy game that was it was called Rue Valley. I actually thought it was really fun. It was a 1-hour sponsorship because they said, we think you can beat the demo in about an hour. Took me 2. which is great. Classic Pete. I read everything. I voice acted the whole thing. You would not do this in 5. That is absolute. That is you going.
I just do it in 5. I just skip all the dialogue.
Absolutely not. Actually, it's possible. Sadly, it's possible. Because this game was super dialogue heavy, but it's cool. You're like getting psychotherapy and trying because of some incidents that happened, and you're replaying the same 47 minutes of the same day as you unlock all the memories you retain and you try to sort all these things out. So it's kind of like that game I never got to play, which was Outer Wilds, which I think you have like a day before the universe explodes or whatever. So it was fun. It was like a very, very, very story-heavy game. You have 47 minutes before like this enormous Memento meets Groundhog Day. Yeah, that's right. But today we're going to be sticking with using our big brain, which I definitely have. We're going to be playing day 2 of Blueprints. And if you've never played Blueprints, you're in for a really cool ride. It's an amazing title. It's f***ing good. It's really f***ing good. It's like a board game, roguelike, puzzle. It's just awesome. It's so damn fun. I want to do one more day of Blueprints just because I want to play it offline. And so I'm going to be doing that. Hey, Pete, just want to say you went from the random American guy on Trash Taste to my go-to streamer. Thank you for the countless hours of fun. How did you possibly manage to insult me and pick me up in the same comment? Well done. Thank you. Random American is my new Twitch handle. Although Welsh, thank you. I appreciate it. I prefer you acknowledge me by my lineage. I'm a Welshman. So today was a good. So wait, big shout, really good. Let's get some claps in chat for the sponsor, Rue Valley. Thank you for ruining it up. That was a fucking cool game. That was actually really cool. And if you guys missed it, I understand you were doing other stuff with Sea-Dog, but that was a fun sponsor. That was a really cool, beautiful comic book looking game. Really enjoyed that. Hopefully, you guys did too. Thank you, devs, for giving this channel a chance. The game is not out yet. You can wish list it though and try the demo for yourself. And it'll be 5 minutes if you're Connor, 2.5 hours if it's me. It's been 3 years, but I just realized, how did Pete meet Trash Taste? You know, it's a good question. I'm trying to think. I met through Chris, I think, and then I met Connor at a British pub, and then I'm through that. We went to like Spring Valley Brewery, and I met the other two dudes, Joey and Garnt, and then we thought it'd be a good fit. Little did we know that I would lay down straight fire best episode ever. Which I disagree with. I definitely appreciate those votes, but I think that the boys deserve a lion's share of the credit because they are expert listeners. They're so good at listening. And that's way harder than just talking all the time. That is way harder than talking all the time. So, but really, just really great. I am now 3-time Giga Chad. I know when you look at this, you just think, damn, gigantic. That is a Giga Chad. I know that the Giga Chad emote is like this buff dude doing like these things and like that. I know it doesn't look like me, but we know. I was sick. I'm all better now. I still have a little bit of a raspy voice because I just did 2 hours of voice acting, but it was a really fun game, and we're going to jump into Blueprints. What was the other thing I was going to tell you guys? I would like you to help me convince Connor that we should waste more money. That seems fair. That's fair, right? Wasting money is cool. I'll show you what I want. And it's unconscionably expensive. Which is fine. It's fine. Fuck it. It's fine. I don't know how to read Japanese. Yes, give me all cookies. Whatever. Let me see if I can find. I can't read. Here it is. This is the Eames chair. That does not do it justice. It's like not loading. Look at it. Look at that chair. It's an Eames chair. You can get one normal or tall. So what if it costs 1 million yen? So what if it's $7,500? Who cares? Are you really going to complain when it's you're paying for an investment of comfort for life What is it for? So that I can sit there with my baby on my lap. Look, he even looks like me. It was designed in 1956 by the Eames family. And you got to admit, it looks like a cool chair. It looks comfortable. It's the ultimate dad chair. A glass of whiskey or a cold one. It's not the cuck chair. That is not what it is. Don't even type that. You jerk. Don't ruin my Eames chair. It is wildly overpriced. It is wildly overpriced. I totally agree with that. 1 million yen is crazy. You left off 100,000. This is like the chair that Fredo was in The Godfather, right? Where he's like, I got stepped over. I'm smart and I want respect. It's not what I wanted. That's what I feel like. That's what it looks like to me. You're right. Actually, a baby or a toddler in a $7,000 chair and they puke or shit on it would ruin it. But I do really think, will they allow you to buy one, unlike Herman Miller? Well, last time Herman Miller, when I went there to try their office chair, they wouldn't even let me test it. They were like, you're too poor. And I was like, what the f***? I'm a Twitch streamer. They were like, sir, these are for actual people who are interested in purchasing these chairs. And I was like, well, I might want one of your Herman Miller bullshitters. And they're like, please. Yeah, the Aeron. The Eames soft pad for the office would be nice. Oh my God, that chair looks so good, guys. All right, so that's what's going on today. We're going to be playing Blueprints, and we're going to try to convince Connor to buy an Eames chair, because if he buys one, well, you buy one, I buy one. It's that easy. You buy one, I buy one. I'm hoping. It's very loud. All right, so I drew Kupo. Thank you. For those of you, Kupo, rest in peace. Thank you very much, buddy. Appreciate you. I was telling guys, speaking of Kupo, look at this. This was I was doing cleaning up, and I'm not gonna talk about Kupo all the time. Like we need to move forward, I guess. But I did share this with the community today because I was cleaning. I was printing off all of my pictures that I took with the Polaroid Instamax. And I realized the very last picture I have of Kupo, I took 5 minutes before I got in a taxi to go to see Connor in the Generational Wells and go to the airport. This is the last picture I have together with my guy. And honestly, it's so perfect. He gave me the block. So, I mean, like, obviously I miss him very much, but like, it's so cute that the last Polaroid I have of him, he's doing the Kupo block, and he never ever did it to pain me. His claws have never been out, but he definitely was always playful about me bothering him. Isn't he so cute? A little boop for the road.
The ground quakes.
Unfortunately, while I was in Wales, Kupo passed away due to a very aggressive heart issue. He fought as hard as he could, so we're very proud of him. But I'm very glad that I took this picture before I found that out. So, very, very, very nice that we have this memory. And we miss him very much, but it was not expected to be that soon, no. But we knew he was sick. But look at that. Great picture. Somehow Connor still photobombed it. Somehow Connor photobombed my picture. because he's sitting on top of my record player. So pretty cool. Thank you guys for the kind messages and all the things. But the monkey was there. Somehow Connor returned. All right. So no Eames chair right now, but we are going to be playing some games. Is there anything that we did not get to touch on that you guys wanted to? Before we jump in, I will try to be a consummate host and talk to as many of you raiders as possible, whether you're from Rob CD, Cleveland Splurk, Nurch, or Sea-Dog. Do you guys have anything that you wanted to ask before I got like 10 minutes, we can throw you a bone. Are you going to be in the Trash Taste stream? I don't know yet. No confirmations. Could be. We're working on it. When's E33 coming back? This week. Probably not tomorrow, but the day after, possibly. I do want to beat it. Peter, who is your daddy and what does he do?
Everybody get down. Get down. Who's your daddy? What does he do?
Are you looking forward to Final Fantasy Tactics Remaster? Yes, I am. But I think yesterday when I was watching the Xbox whatever show that was, where it's Call of Duty 17, I am excited. I'm excited that a new generation of gamers get to play the game. I'm slightly disappointed that they didn't include the War of the Lions updated classes and content for the classic version. I'm very excited that Ben Starr and some other it's fully voice acted. That's cool. But I think I've settled on with the Persona 4, revival we have too many remakes and remasters. I think we need to do a better job as an industry to find a way to preserve video games. That's what I've come to as a conclusion. We need to create a thing that's like the movie stuff where they're like, hey, this movie's being added to the National Heritage Archive of whatever. I genuinely believe that we need to get a system in place that says, let's say 10 years. After a game's been out a decade, it gets added to the global file of video games that you can pay a donation or a subscription or a nominal fee of $5, and you can download, play, and experience and cultivate what came before. That's what we should have. Nintendo, 3DO, Sega, a retro archive. We need this to happen because too many games are being lost and too many games are being remade and re-released. And the worst part is that I feel like in Twitch, which I love, streaming, and you could say Twitch, YouTube, Kick, Bumble, or whatever I don't know what the other ones are. But like, even if it's capitalism, no one's buying Contra on the Nintendo anymore. You know what I mean? So it's like, what I think is necessary is like, because a lot of these games don't even have the hardware anymore, which is very frustrating. And I noticed that when people watch streams, I could be playing, I don't know, what's a new game that's really popular right now? Like, what is the number one streaming game that people are, there's like, I see Dead by Daylight, that's not new. I mean, Elden Ring, Night Ring. Okay, let's say Expedition 33. People could play, or Mario Kart World, Night Rain, Mario Kart World, Expedition 33. We could play these games and they would get double the viewership if I played the best Nintendo game ever made. Or a really great Nintendo game. If I was like, yeah, this Nintendo game is amazing. The appetite for retro games, unless you're a retro dedicated channel, is very, very hard for big channels to promote or anybody to promote. It's just not as interesting. People don't have a deep appreciation for it, and it's hard to do that when we can't have a preservation set up. That's crazy to me. You could play Chrono Trigger, and I could get more viewers playing like Poly Bridge 3, which is a very good game. We need the GPS, the Game Preservation Society. That's what we need. We need to have all of those games available, and so that when someone sees someone playing Snatcher, they can go and try it themselves. GOG beats you on that? Well, then they need to do better. Make gaming great again. I call it MAGA, but I've shortened it to MAGA. I think it'll catch on. MAGGA, make gaming great again. I feel like if we all go to Twitter and just say, oh God, what a nightmare that would be. Okay, let's not do that. All right, let me think of a different name. Let me think of a different name before we all charge into battle. Okay, so
I cannot wait to buy my MGGA hat.
Hats are a great idea. All right, there we go. We're taking it back. All right. Breath of Fire. So GOG is the best then. I'm going to invest all of my money into GOG. Okay, so greetings from Mexico, bro. What's up? Hola. How you doing, man? All right. So again, thank you guys all so much for being here. We're going back to Blueprints. Very excited to show you guys that game. All right. Sub only, please. We might need to do that. Agreed. Blueprints is super chill, though. It's a fun game. It's really goddamn good. I highly recommend.
I guess GOG will be the Doge of MGGA then.
I will. Oh, yeah, GOG will. GOG will. Man, Rue Valley was good. Blueprints, though. This is probably my last night of streaming it. Was I able to finish yesterday's run? Yes. I played it. When I got into the game, it immediately was like, you're out of keys. But that's why I'm waiting a minute. I'm waiting a minute to talk to you guys because I know when I ether all the subs, it's gonna have some. It feels yucky. Quick question, Pete. What's your number one game of all time? Impossible to answer that. It's like, at least give me genres.
That's funny.
Thank you, Ray Catcher. Appreciate you pulling through. What's up, Bulldrome? Thank you very much. Like, if I had a gun to my head, I can't do it.
Thank you.
There's genres and eras. I would say some games that I would recommend are Symphony of the Night, Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, plus Throne of Baal, Secret of Monkey Island, Maniac Mansion, Genso Suikoden 2, Bloodborne, Stardew Valley. There's just too many, man. There's just too many. There's too many and too many and too many. Chrono Trigger, of course. And it's always tough because if I name one game, then someone's going to say, I can't believe you didn't say this. Are you gay? That's the other thing I get a lot. It's one of that. It's either what's your favorite game or first time message, are you gay? Well, my wife is going to give birth in about 3 weeks. Boy, is she in for a surprise. All right. That's going to be a very interesting favorite game this year. Okay. Blueprints. Expedition 33. Monster Hunter Wilds was good. Suikoden doesn't count. I think those are the 3 that I've played this year. To save retro games, are you suggesting you make them free? Nope. I just want them to be available. I don't want them to be free. I want them to be available. Because right now, trying to find a working copy of Sega CD's Snatcher naturally is impossible. It's just tough. I just want games to be accessible again, you know? Or the other thing is like,
here's some money.
Whoa, thank you.
As a gourmet myself, I was overjoyed by seeing you taste divine cuisine at that 2 Michelin stars. Here's £14 to offset the cost of those first day chips at least. Tongue on a serious note, what's your one key takeaway of this evening?
This evening? Wait, hold on. I'm gonna. My takeaway from this evening is thank you to the sponsor for letting me play Rue Valley. I would say from the Welsh trip, I thought about this today. This is not an exaggeration. I'm not kidding. Okay, this is legitimate, like being genuine. I was having coffee and I was printing off all those Polaroids, and I think my absolute favorite moment of the entire trip was having dinner at Connor's family's house. That's the truth. And I was already, and I noticed myself looking for like 45s to buy for their jukebox because it was the best. And I thought if I ever go back to the United Kingdom again, I would go out of my way to see if I could crash there for a couple days. I think that number 2 would be the thing that you guys didn't see. And I bet if I could go back and change one thing, I would have the camera somehow set up where we could look outside the window more. I don't know how to do it. I think like setting up several camera angles. I don't know, maybe using my phone as a different, I mean like all that, like I wish you guys could have seen the absolute majesty, a GoPro or something like that. I don't know. I'm not a tech guy. I'm an ideas man. So I think that was the coolest, but playing the Milky game, drinking beers, and talking with his brother and mom and dad, and having Ian and Paul and Connor there, and just chilling and just eating good food and listening to great music, even after the stream ended, it was just such a good vibe. And you know what? There's something to be said. I did not expect this part. I've lived in Japan for 15 years, so I'm used to having zero space. Zero. But actually, his dad's well-manicured lawn and flower arrangement, low-key, very comfortable. Actually, really nice to have. Like, just that small plot of green and being able to walk on the grass and like, that was really cool. That was nice. You know why I have a job? Are you a landscaper? So the bottle opener was very good. So I have a small lawn, but not nearly like that. I have like a very small patch of green outside my backyard. Yes, sir. Can you fix my lawn? So, but yeah, that was my highlight, guys. That was my highlight. That and like the pubs or the castles, each day had its own unique, awesome experience. So big fan of Wales. Big fan of Wales. Huge. Can't wait for, I guess I'll just spoil it now. Connor already promised we're going to do Generational Ireland next. He did not say that. He did not say that. I'm just manifesting it. I'm just going to keep saying it. I don't know why he didn't say it already, but he was like, yeah, when we go to Ireland, it's going to be great because you're other side of the family. And then he said after that, Scotland, and then we're going to Germany. I sound like Howard Dean. We're going to go to Ireland, and then Scotland, and then Germany, and then Hungary, and then we're going to take back the White House. Yeah! I don't know if anybody understood that reference or if like very few people would understand it. But for those of you who do, that is a deep cut. Back when you could lose an entire presidential election by saying, yeah! All right. So if you don't know, go look up Howard Dean Scream. It was a different time. All right, let's jump into blueprints. Unless anybody's got any more stuff that they wanted to ask. Because I still got a couple minutes because I want to host you guys. I want to say thank you. I want to be appreciative because, you know, gameplay time, we shrink down. This is a little ominous music from Mass Effect. How are you doing, Pete? We appreciate you. I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm ready for baby things. I think I got most of it. I'm doing P90X3 starting on Thursday. So I'm kind of nervous about that. I bought some free weights and a pull-up bar, and Mass Effect 3 was not the worst one. Please stop. Baby name is secret, but she might let me choose the name Victor as a middle name. I am starting P90X3, yes. That is actually going to happen. I'm excited. Yes, I have a question. Why are you the best streamer out there? It's not even funny how goated you are. Okay. Thanks, Mom. Thank you. I am not. That is actually ridiculous to claim. There are so many good streamers on the platform, but I'm glad that you even spend a second in this one. Why Victor and not the far more obvious Michelangelo dude? You know what? If I could name my kid Michelangelo, I would. But I feel like Yuki would be a little upset with that. Been a while since I watched your stream. Thanks, Pete. I was stressful and this stream helped. It's my pleasure. You know, what's the kanji for Victor? There is none. It's going to say Biktoru. Bikutoru. Middle name, dude? Yeah, his name is Peter Michelangelo Macy. Right on. I don't think he'd be auto-bullied because I'm going to teach my son how to use nunchucks. Because Yuki's dad got into using nunchucks, and he actually can do it very well. Are middle names common in JP? Nah! So I'm going to be 1-1, so that's pretty scary. Yuki's dad has 3 black belts and like Kimpo something.
Thank you.
And yeah, maybe Chuckles is a good name, finally. Show that nunchuck vid again. I don't know where it's at. I honestly don't know. What a Chad. I know. He does. He's pretty badass. He's watching my stream. I hope so. He's a good man. And like Yuki even knows how to do some cool stuff. He teaches junior high school English. He's a good man. Is your last name Meshi in Japanese? I've had 3 different ones, so I don't know. I thought Zangief was in the running. That's Ian's suggestion. Ian wanted me to name my daughter Zangief. Zangief Chuckles Gravy. That's a good kid. So he was like adamant. Pete only has 3 black suspenders. Yeah, I don't have belts. I lost one of my suspenders. So let's see. Ian would want you to name your kid Warriors. No, Draymond, probably. All right. So let's take a look. Is that everything? We good now? I do think if I had a second son, his middle name would be Bruce. What a cool name, Bruce. Were you in danger when you met Yuki's dad for the first time? No. What, do you think I showed up with like cut sleeves, smoking a cigarette, being like, hey, what the do you want, old man? I'm here to date your daughter. I was like, yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Konnichiwa. Shimasu. And I go, whoa, what's this guy gonna do, huh? You got some nunchucks? I'm so, no. It's ridiculous. All right. That could be an emote. Did you at least ask him to spar with you? No, I remember one of the first times we met, it was pretty terrible though. Because he was like, yeah, come on over to the house and we're going to go to the park for like a walk. And I was like, all right. So I wore like shorts and they were like khaki colored shorts, a shirt and a button up, like just a collared shirt. And we were chilling and then we get in the car and we drive like 40 minutes with her brothers. And he brings out of the car a Frisbee, an American football, 2 baseball gloves, and a bunch of sports equipment. And we played like heavy running athletic stuff for about 2.5 hours. And when I got, like, they all were laughing at me because I was like running up and down the field, and my ass and thighs had soaked through. It was like I was wearing, thank God I was wearing my mankini. It was so embarrassing. I was like, and he was like, "Oh, Sugoi, you sweat a lot." Yeah, I do. When you make me go long over and over. Wow, すげえ朝いっぱいね. Oh well. Are you going to play Deltarune? What is Deltarune? I can't even remember what. Is it like? Is it an RPG? Oh, Undertale 2. Ah, I did like Undertale. No way. I can imagine you did all that running around on your own. No, Dot. I still can't get over the fact that I saw you at Vegas TwitchCon a couple years ago. I saw you waiting for my wife in the restroom. She came out and said, "Wait, I saw American Pete." That needs to be reworded. I feel like you need to rewrite that sentence. You wrote, "I saw you waiting for my wife in the restroom." What you meant to say was, I saw you while I was waiting for my wife outside the restroom. That's massively different than I saw you waiting for my wife in the restroom. That's criminal. That's I can't let you have that. I can't believe it either. You make people think I'm walking into women's restrooms waiting for wives. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. I'm a home wrecker. Just followed. Always loved your vibe, but never turned into your streams. Well, I hope you like them, man. Hope you enjoy them. Creeper 2. That is an insane mix-up. Can confirm. I saw you waiting for my wife, too. But I don't even have one. That's a big message. I'm going to speed read it. Hey, Pete, I'm excited for you and Yuki to experience parenthood. It's definitely life-changing in the absolute best way. My wife and 3-year-old daughter love watching your streams with me, and my daughter frickin' loves your intro song and dances around the living room whenever it comes on. Cheers from Ken... 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's dance!
It's time for PremierTwo.
Sunlight!
Isn't that insane?
We're not going to have time to fix it. I think we should just...
It was a pizza?
Thank you, Goofy.
Hey, there you go. There you go. Wait, where's the button? I have a button. There it is. Okay, so we do have some good tracks. All right, here's what I need to do. I'm going to go grab another Suntory All Free. I could hear that again. How about you hear the other award-winning song that Notorious Monster made? I'm going to grab an All Free and go to the bathroom, and I'll be back in just a minute. Let your ears swim in the splendor that is...
Fan Gang. Are you ready? Fan Gang.
Let's go.
Capture it all. Looks like the van gang's coming. The van gang's coming. Middle aged like we use, but the engine's still running. With the van gang, wow. Tell your family and friends. Hop in an unmarked van, let the adventure begin. Watch out for van gang. Closing your streets, got everybody on the block. Got them much complete. Now take a long van ride with Paul, Ian, and Pete. They are the Van Gang.
Pete, stop ignoring chat, you muppet.
Toasty! 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 All right.
Pete, stop ignoring chat, you muppet.
What the f*** is that? Why is that back? How did that come back? Is that how? I thought I deleted that. I don't even know how to do it.
Pete, stop ignoring chat, you muppet.
I don't even know how. I didn't even know that was a thing. Okay. I didn't know that was a thing. Okay. Hey, Pregnant Yuki. Pregnant Yuki. Wait, I have a song for you that we always play when you mop, okay? Do you remember it? All right, everyone say hi to Pregnant Yuki. Space. Kawaii ne. Hi, Pregnant Yuki. Bye, Pregnant Yuki. Okay, there you go. Her hair does look amazing. I told her. I was like, I had to endure long hair Yuki for many years. And she finally cut it short. I think she should go shorter, honestly. But she looks beautiful no matter what. But I was really excited about that change. Okay. All right. All the Van Gang bangers, your journey's almost complete. So let's play some blueprints. All right. It's time to. So this is the bad news. You are about to be ethered because it's going into sub mode. It's sub mode time, baby. If you ain't subbed, you ain't talking. For those who sub after, my apologies, but my God, is this game amazing. But right now, all I can say is, BAM! Gommaged, bitches. Huge. We gave them the 5 booms. Boom, 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 boom. Like a chocolate cookie from Costco. I've never even seen if that's the right thing. I still don't even know if that's the right reference.